Hey! Hello, everybody. Welcome to Knights of the Last Call. Oh, we're all screwed up. Great. Good. Cool. Great. Hey! I fixed it. All right. Hello.
Looking a little there we go.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. I moved the window there to change something. Hello. Welcome to Quest for the Frozen Flames, brought to you by Knights of Last Call, and specifically the Knights of Last Call Patreon, the incredible, supportive, amazing 250-plus member community which supports this channel, bringing you Pathfinder 2, Legend of the Fire, pretty much everything but Dungeons and Dragons content, including this actual play. So welcome, everybody, to the stream. You will notice that Mr. Tim Carpenter, the purveyor of Brek the Mighty, is not with us. Unfortunately, Tim had a family emergency, not like anyone's going to die or hurt emergency, but nonetheless, Tim put his family first. That's okay with us. But the game must go on, and apparently so must the show. So here we are, and we are going to play without him. I'm going to try to take over Brek's duties as best as I can, but maybe I'll get some help from the guys. Well, it'll be a communal effort in a very Broken Tusk, spirit of the Broken Tusk. So how's it,
Derek? I think you're role playing Brek wrong. He would totally give his treasure to the rest of us.
We could outsource the hatchet to the chat.
That's true. Well, eventually, I got to be honest with you. I had an idea for where I wanted to go with Thron and the rage track. Now, I wanted to tie it into a narrative element, which we're going to sort of see explored tonight. But you could see down on Thron's character profile, he's got his rage track, and we wanted to make sure that we're tracking that. But the hatchet kind of threw me for a loop, so I'm trying to figure out what would be a great way to represent the madness and the voices within it, and what better way than the community to represent the ancestral spirits of the Kellid people, sometimes spirits of anger and spirits of vengeance, and sometimes spirits of community and spirits of hope, running through this hatchet, then to outsource it to the chat. And so I'm going to try to figure out a way that we can maybe have the chat come in for the hatchet. I think that'll be interesting.
Spirits of pain.
Spirits of wheels.
Spirits of Dark Council.
Spirits of the Dark Council. So I will be playing Mr. Brek tonight. Here, look, I got his character sheet and everything. Look at that. And we will figure it out together as we go along. All right. So, real quick, for a quick backstory or a quick update. Last time, the group entered Red Cat Cave, a once sacred ground said to be a living memory written on the stone of the Kellid people, and particularly their people, the Burning Mammoths, into the Broken Tusks. However, after the primordial flame was secretly stolen from the Burning Mammoths tribe in order to protect it / hide it away so it could not be used to make war, even if that war was just, it was hidden here and entrusted to the cave's sacred animal guardian, Syarstik the Painted Tiger. But only a few short years later, Syarstik the Painted Tiger, as well as the Kellid people who kept this cave sacred and blessed it and kept it holy, were slain by some unknown force which stole the artifact and left with it. And ever since then, the rageful spirit of Syarstik haunts these halls, infecting the very living rock with its anger and its need for vengeance upon those who had wronged it. And so, driven by Grandfather Iwa's dying request, the scouts of the Broken Tusk have made their way into the cave in order to seek out Syarstik and to find out if they could... oh, wow! Rickus, buddy!
Oh.
Well...
So, Derek, when are we going to play some Traveler?
Traveler is a new name. Rick, thank you very much. $125. Well, that's our tip goal for the night. Thank you very much, Rick.
All right, man, guess that's a wrap. Thanks, guys. See you next week.
Rick, we can't thank you enough for that. Thank you so much. Very much. People in chat, make sure give F's in the chat to for Rick to show some respect. To pay your respects, because Rick has definitely been doing the mammoth's work to definitely keep the channel going. So thank you very much, Rick. We appreciate your incredible generosity, and feels really great to have an amazing and generous supporter like you on our side, and indeed to have all of you on our side, because we love having you here. If you're watching on a VOD, thank you. It's crazy to think that every month, thousands of hours of us playing a game is viewed by the internet, and so it's a very, very humbling experience. But thank you very much, Rick. Appreciate it so much. All right. So they were sitting here, and Saren Ray, Sister Cinder, also known as Rick S, was bestowing upon them great gifts. For this was once a holy place dedicated to her as well, and perhaps aware of this shrine's location. A blessing of Sister Cinder itself was found here. A powerful, perhaps even divinely carved set of runic stone, which the group was able to fight their way through a pair of, or a set of ghouls, over a very strange watered cavern where the laws of space and time bent and ranges were not what they seemed. Feet could seem like miles to certain people. But nonetheless, they were able to defeat the ghouls, the water ghouls, and recover the sacred treasure. They also happen to level up. So everybody is now level 3, and they are in possession of a series of magical blessings which give their weapons the ghost touch property, which will allow them to deal full damage to incorporeal creatures and targets. So real quick, we can, let's make sure we update everybody. Everybody should have 1 hero point, except for... Who's MVP? I think Joren was MVP last time. So, Joren, I think you should have 2 from last session.
Wait. All right.
And then, 2. Droga, you should have 1. So
yep, I just reset mine.
And Thron, you should have 1.
Do?
All right.
I should have used mine last week to shoot 300 feet.
Correct. All right, everybody's updated there. All right, so I'll start with Brek really quick. Brek is now a level 3 fighter, and so in respect to the chat and to the growing power of the hatchet, Tim did something a little unusual here. Tim used his level 3 general feat to pick up Ancestral Paragon, which let him take a level 1 ancestry feat, which he used to take Natural Ambition, which he used, we kind of did a little bit of a switcheroo here, so that he could take Sudden Charge. Why? So that he could retrain his class feat into Rebounding Toss. Rebounding Toss allows you to throw a thrown weapon and have it hit one target and bounce off and hit into another. Tim,
that's pretty sick.
so Tim is planning on doing a little bit of investment into the hatchet in the form of class feats. I believe this will essentially allow you to basically dual slice really with a thrown weapon, because your multiple attack penalty increases, but it doesn't go up until after both the attacks are made. So basically, you get to make one thrown attack as 2 actions, or sorry, 2 actions to make 2 attacks, but they're at the same multiple attack penalty, which is pretty sweet. So Brek. Basically using the human advantage there. I love that's the most Pathfinder thing of all time. I took a general feat to take an ancestry feat to take a class feat
to retrain another class feat.
After his hatchet gains
question.
Yes.
If he chooses himself as the second target, could he like boomerang it back?
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, definitely.
Mad Max stuff?
Yeah. I will say this. I mean, there's going to have to be some sort of, with the amount of money that the chat is putting into the hatchet, there has to be some sort of returning rune in its future. Yeah. But for the time being, yeah, that sounds pretty reasonable.
That's right.
In fact, we might even just do that off the bat, that maybe he can just grab it back anyways, because, I mean, I think it'd be pretty lame if Brek threw the hatchet, like normal Pathfinder 2 stuff. I throw it, it bounces, and then it lands on the ground, and it just sits there.
Right.
It's there.
All right, so Bob, what did Droga pick up? Let me guess.
This real sweet general feat. I don't
increase
know if
your
any of you guys
range?
have heard it. No, it doesn't. It's close. It's just called Fleet Feet. It's just called Fleet, but it's
yeah, I was just saying, it's just called Fleet.
But that's what I took because that's what you're supposed to take. That's what I did.
All right, so Droga picks up Fleet, which of course gives you 5 foot movement to your speed. Joren, What do you got for us?
Joren of Mendev has, unfortunately for him, been sobering up a little bit because of all this mandatory adventure he's been doing, riding these rails. So his cleric doctrine, which is relevant to the feat question, has granted him his martial weapon proficiency, and his general feat is armor proficiency, which promotes his training to heavy now. So I like to think that his head is clearing and he's regaining his old fighter/soldier skills from 20 years prior, where he was proficient in weapons and armor, but then gave it all up to have healing font, right? So
Yep. That makes total sense. And that'll be nice. Somebody in the party will be a nice, big, heavy armor wielder user. It seems appropriate for you as well. All right, cool. And we discussed this before, officially there is no metal armor, in the lands. But, these people have found a way to make use of animal hides. There's literally dinosaurs, the armored plate of a stegosaurus or something, or an ankylosaurus, can easily be fashioned into something that would basically functionally work as plate armor. And so once that is made available to them, Joren will be able to take advantage of that. And then Thron, what did you pick up?
I mean, really, it should surprise no one in my ever never-ending desire to get into the foe's face. I also have taken Fleet. I believe this goes well with no escape. So if someone's trying to move away from me, I can, as a reaction, stride with them, which would be pretty exciting. But also with sudden charge, gives me about 10 extra foot on the charge. So can really get moving.
I did want to check that. Yes, at earlier levels, Tim did pick up Fleet. So yes, so Brek has Fleet too. So
that's a good one.
It's gonna be great because
mandatory if you're a dwarf.
When I do get in heavy armor, my speed will actually go lower. So maybe I'll never pick up Fleet and just be like,
like deliberately don't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else I'm gonna pick because I think I get that and improved initiative and. What else is there for general feats?
There's Canny Acumen, which can boost a slave to expert early. There's Fleet. There's Incredible Initiative, and there's one more that's pretty good.
If you have a good charisma, there's the one later on.
Yeah, there's the one that lets you bind 12 attunement. But yeah,
that doesn't really matter for those.
Yeah, no. I mean, look. Pathfinder 2 is a role playing game, but I mean, look. At the end of the day, it is a crunchy game. Sometimes it's about builds and choosing the best feat in the position that you're given to it. And believe it or not, I mean, 5 extra feet of movement. And like Thron, you're making a great point, which is, something like sudden charge, which you and Brek both have. That's 10 extra feet on that sudden charge. So, but yeah.
And then my class feature that I picked up at 3 was Deny Advantage, which doesn't allow me to become flat-footed to hidden, undetected, or flanking creatures.
That are lower level.
My level or lower.
Your level or lower.
What you're going to want to do is not forget that you have it for like 4 or 5 levels.
Right. I think in the Grand, one of my favorite scenes of all time was there was like 400 ghouls. They were all lower level. They were all flanking Bob.
400.
And I don't think in the entire
a lot of flanks.
And he never remembered once. It was fantastic.
Until like 8th level, then I was like, hey, I got this feat.
Nice.
I just still have the chat up a little bit, but Rick is talking about the half plate, the movement penalty. I mean, that's the advantage, right? Light armor with a good dex gives you 5 AC. Medium armor with a good dex gives you 5 AC. Heavy armor can give you 6 AC. Because of that, even with the strength, you're still going to end up with a speed penalty. So that's what you're really paying the price on. You're paying the price for 1 extra point of armor class, which, to be fair, in this game actually could be pretty big deal, pretty significant deal. So, all right, gentlemen. Because of the holiness of this place, because of touching the remnant of divine energy from Sister Cinder, you all essentially had a time to recover yourself, plus you leveled up. And with the healing of Joren of Mendev, you were all able to get yourselves back up to full, including Brek the bear. So, the Red Cat Cave continues to expand beyond you for some distance. So you know that there are multiple passageways to the north across the pond and the lake. What would you guys like to do? Touching the divine.
So I guess we're stuck here.
That's true. That's actually true.
Brek, should we take lead on exploring deeper into the caves?
You son.
All night.
I agree. We should follow Brek's wisdom in this.
What do you think, Brek?
Best session ever. These guys we finished the adventure in one session. It was great.
We don't have to make choices now. You're like, this solves Bob's biggest problem. We won't script the adventure.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll just ride those rails.
Keep us on track.
Brek, should we
And,
go down that hallway? No, it's not important.
Excellent wisdom.
Brek says, after all, I am a charismatic fighter, and so not only do I lord over you in terms of mechanical complexity and skill, but I also have the charisma and the bardic dedication to prove that I am a natural leader. Plus,
Actually,
it's like Frostmourne. It's like I hear voices speaking into me, claiming for power and glory, saying that I should take my place as leader of the Kellid people. No longer will we be separate followings, but we will be one tribe, and like a horde of chaos, we will sweep down from the Northlands, and we will... I'm sorry.
That reminds me of someone. Actually, a real note. Brek's an NPC right now, so all of his diplomacy stuff works against us.
Wait, no, that's not how that works.
No, that's not how that works.
Your diplomacy stuff works against Brek.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So you could be like, Brek, give me all your gear. And he'll be like, I don't want to. I'm indifferent to you. And you'll be like, I don't know. Make an impression.
Make an impression.
He's like, oh, you've made such a great impression. I feel very friendly.
Dad, give me your
friendly. Let me make a request. Give me all of your stuff. That seems very reasonable. All right. Well, in that case, Brek is going to lead the way, and he's going to start heading north.
Oh, he just vanished.
North.
He's dead. We lost him.
Excellent.
Oh, I can see him still.
Does he have his torch?
Oh, no, he doesn't. Well, he's swimming. He's swimming, so one would think that he wouldn't, but no, he's got to have both of his things out.
Thank you for the torchlight. It was
That's
very
how
dark.
we get deplatformed, taking our things out.
Jeez, Kaz.
No, saying that is how we get deplatformed.
All right, moving forward.
All right. So
I genuinely there he is.
Yeah,
I genuinely don't know where Brek is.
Actually, you know what I'm going to do here? Let me Sorry, guys.
You're good.
I am going to get rid of the stat box really quickly.
I don't know.
I said I am going to get rid of this stat box really quickly. Okay.
Syarstik, where are you?
What you can put there instead?
No, I'm going to keep it. It's just because I have to play Brek, it makes it a little awkward from Foundry because I have two Foundries open, one for my GM and one for the chat display. And normally I don't have to do much with it because I have to play. It makes it a little bit awkward. So if you bear with me, if you'll bear Rick with me, then I will fix this in a jiffy. Okay. Boop. All right, we got
remember, people at home, we will not be here in 2 weeks playing Quest of the Frozen Flame. We will actually be playing Fistful of Flowers.
Right, and who's going to be
running that game?
Who's running that game, Bob?
Your ever experienced expert GM, Bob.
Very nice, Bob.
You had the most experience in this in our group, so
I do what I can.
All right, well, I'm going to put Brek.
He is the veteran.
All right, so I'm going to put Brek up front. Now, okay, so as a reminder, you all came from this direction.
did we?
Oh, we came from the left.
Oh, no, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
we came from over here. We just saw this direction.
You actually came from over here. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. So from this position, then, you could see, and I'll move Brek over here. There is, again, this is sort of an area of the cave where the red stone is covered in the ancestral cave drawings of your people. And you can see that there is indeed, yes, a passageway to both the north as well as to the east, leading deeper in. And Joren, as you move closer and the magical illumination from your light spell spills down several large stone-carved steps, you can see the faint shimmering outline of blood on the floor.
Oh, fresh blood.
It seems to be flat. I mean, it seems to have like a reflection to it, so there does seem to be some sort of bloody element to it.
That's interesting.
Fresh blood this way.
Brek says,
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Brek goes, you sound thirsty.
That's the hatchet.
We unlocked Book of the Dead. I'm a vampire now.
Right. Brek becomes a skeleton. Droga becomes a ghoul. Thron's a lich. I don't know,
Checks out.
Do you want to go up there, Joren?
Well, Joren.
Well, yeah, because something here recently died or is
Yeah, but
wounded.
that doesn't mean we want to go up there.
Well,
Tell if it's human blood.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Joren,
I got to taste it first cast.
Joren, you'd have to get pretty close to be able to determine if it is human blood. Although you don't have
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but okay. I bust out my SIS lab.
Right.
Do a DNA test.
Yeah.
I'm an expert in medicine, but I don't think that's how blood works.
You're like acidic strips.
All right.
There's a lot of blood in here. I mean,
Yeah.
This is like, oh, I forgot, man.
Maps are twice as big.
They're double the size of the map. I was like, geez, this is like 50 feet of blood.
It is 50 feet of blood.
What the heck died
It's
here?
your crime scene.
I know, right?
All right. So you move up, and you can see that glistening on the rocks seems to be fresh blood. In fact, and from the spray pattern of it, you can see it looks like it was, flung all over the place, and something bled out in large pools around the room.
Okay. Is there anything on the ceiling?
Looking up to the ceiling, you can see that it's made of the same roughly carved 10 to 15 foot tall ceiling as pretty much everywhere else in the cave. There's no sign of it dripping from above or anything like that. In fact, the only thing that you see as your mystical light fills this chamber is you can just barely make out that there is maybe a passageway to the north, and you're not sure what lies on the far side of the chamber because of the limitation of your torchlight. And
Droga and Barrick are avoiding notice.
all right, Droga and Barrick will stay quiet. And I see that Thron has raised a shield.
That was Joren. He's
Oh,
raised his
Joren.
shield as he carefully proceeds in, brandishing his spear of fire.
Got it.
Sounds like what shield?
All right. So
Your hand.
Joren steps into here. Brek will step into there. Thron. Okay. All right. So you all move into the chamber, and as you do so, there is a sudden shimmer and movement on the wall to the left of you, as one of the cave drawings, animated by the rage of Syarstik, comes to life and suddenly leaps out as the great painting of a great cave cat leaps off the wall, rushing forward to attack and rip into you as it does its tiger slash. All right, so Thron, Tiger Slash, you are the closest there, Thron.
It's one of these cave painting things again.
So, Thron, I need you. Let me see. There we go. Thron, it's gonna be 21 damage, but you have to make a DC 18 basic will save for half. As the spiritual essence of the cat, as a reaction, attacks you. All right, well, 17. So, Kaz, not only do you take 21 points of slashing damage from the semi-solid claws given material form due to the powerful impression of Syarstik, but on a failed save, you are also frightened 1 and fleeing for 1 round.
All right.
So, Thron, but as all of that happens, you see a shape begin to take form in the center of the room. A shimmering field of red and black twists in upon itself as it starts to sort of make itself into a semi-solid shape. You see streaking before you a strange, twisted, glowing being with burning eyes. All that you could tell with the creature speaking no words except for a painful cry. As the creature looks on at you, is that this creature hates you and is full of anger. All right. A spirit of rage has formed, and we are going to roll initiative, as this is not a hazard. Let me roll for the right. Everybody roll initiative. We got the Spirit of Rage with a 19, Joren with a 9, the Pouncing Tiger Hut got a 12.
Apologies, I was my initiative was on acrobatics for some reason. There we go.
All right, acrobatic. He starts fleeing backwards. Well,
there we go.
Well, you're fleeing, so that's gonna be just gonna be really nice for you. And did everybody get initiative? Oh, I didn't roll one for Brek, of course. Sorry, yep. I got to roll him because I am him. All right, well, Brek got a 20. All right, so we're gonna start initiative then, and that's gonna start with Thron. Now, Thron, it's your turn, but you are frightened one, but you are fleeing, and you must flee as fast as you can from the source of your fear. And so, Thron, that means you're basically gonna have to just run back the way you came, more or less. Unfortunately for the turn. So
I double move or triple move? Or...
yeah, you're gonna triple move. All right, so
took that.
Now I'm in the dark, so I don't know.
He's just running around frightened in the dark.
Yeah, we'll say something horrific happens to you, but we'll get to that. All right. So Thron,
like Shadowgate as kids.
So Thron, your turn ends, and that brings up Brek. All right, so Brek is going to. He's got 30 foot of movement here to the spirit, so he's going to take it and he's going to engage in. However, as Brek does that, another. Another tiger haunt comes alive as you go closer to Syarstik's lair. The manifestation of rage here is overpowering. It leaps out with its spectral semi-solid claws of power and rage. So Brek is going to possibly take... Ooh, looks like it's going to be 25 slashing damage. All right, Brek, give me a will save. DC 18. Roll it. Come on. All right, Brek gets a 10. So Brek is going to take the full 25 damage. Ouch.
Wow.
And
God.
And Brek becomes fleeing. And I don't know what happens to you when you become fleeing in the middle of somebody else's turn.
Do you use the remainder of your actions to run?
Let's take a look. You know, we're playing Pathfinder too.
Were you moving or sudden charging?
I was moving because it was within one move because it was 30 feet and I have fleet, and then I was going to dual slice. So I'm going to.
That's tough call because if it was an activity, I would say finish your activity. But since it was an action that you completed,
it says on your turn you must spend each of your actions trying to escape the source of the fleeing condition as expeditiously as possible, and you cannot delay or ready. So, yep, yeah. He's basically gonna come in there and go, run away, and then he's gonna break and flee off into the
darkness.
All right, the spirit of rage, the barbarian and the fighter have left you. And so now the spirit of rage, which I actually didn't check to see if it has attack of opportunity. It does not. Okay. The spirit of rage glides forward and engages with Joren of Mendev. The spectral rage hand made of swirling energy reaches out and gets a 28. And that is going to be a hit, sir.
Yeah.
It is going to be 9 damage.
All right. Well, luckily my shield is up, so I am going to block that once I choose my token.
All right.
I am unscathed.
All right. So this creature...
I'm a YouTube streamer. I'm used to unceasing rage and hate.
Yes. This creature has a... oh, did I not do it right?
I don't know.
Damn it. Oh, no. Well, that's fun. I made some changes to this creature, and none of them saved.
Cool.
So very cool. Let's see.
So we're gonna play it raw.
Yep, it doesn't look like it did anything. All right, well, never mind. It had all this cool stuff about rage and everything like that, but none of that's going to apply. All right, because Foundry is cool like that, I guess. I have no idea what happened to that, but wow. And I don't remember what I did to this to change it.
Do you have it like backed up anywhere?
No, I mean, I created a custom. I used a incorporeal creature, I think a shadow, as a baseline. And then I made changes to it, and they apparently just did not take, and said no, thank you.
Sucks.
It changed. It did change the name. So and the art. So at least it kept.
You have any other creatures in this dungeon?
No, I just checked and I did not. Well, no, I mean none of them had the change to them, which is unfortunate. But all right, so Aaron, as the creature strikes you, normally I would say it could use this ability, but because you deflected all of the damage, I'm going to say that it can't. Normally, it can once it hits you, it can drain some of your energy. Instead, it's just going to attack you again.
Oh, I can do that.
Well, it hit.
Yep. I can do nothing. I stand there exposing my neck.
All right. Well, you take 9 points of damage. This time taking it for real. All right. So the Spirit of Rage attacks you several times, and then that is that. Droga.
Did Barrett get ghost touch claws or jaws?
No.
You have to rub your hands on
He's
Barrett for him to
worthless.
get it.
Stay back there, Barrick. You're not gonna help.
All right.
Gee, I privately rolled some dice. Uh-oh.
I'm going to.
It's because one of the other haunt was not visible, so I had to make it visible.
Spoilers. Now we know there's another haunt.
I'm gonna hunt prey the Spirit of Rage.
Yep.
And unload some hunted shots on him.
Yep.
These should be volley penalties.
Ayo.
Oh, I rolled good though. That would have been a crit.
Oh, nice. It shows you when you're volleying.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So just the 7 damage.
All right. Well, he takes it. And your weapon has ghost touch because of the magical power of Saren Ray. You're able to pierce through the creature's incorporeal resistance, and he does not take 5 off. Instead, he takes the full 7. All right.
Can I chant any religious Saren Ray doctrine to the Pouncing Tiger haunt?
You can. You could also try to, it's still a spirit of a tiger there, Bob. You can also try to use nature.
They're both the same, so we will go with the Saren Ray.
Okay, there you go.
Sister Cinder on this one.
Got it. All right, DC 18 religion check.
Oh, it's gonna be a rough roll.
Well, you got hero points. Well, that's not it.
No, we're just gonna say that's that.
All right. Well, as the end of Droga's turn, guess what? The Pouncing Tiger haunt goes. And because you tried to quell it, it's going to target you. And Bob, it is going to come out at you with a powerful slash.
Come at me.
All right, here it comes. Woo! 18. Make a DC 18 basic will save.
All day, come on.
Nope. You take 18 damage.
Dice are hot tonight.
Yeah, I guess we can take
it.
All right, bye, Bob.
All right, Bob.
It's not too bad.
Bob, you're now fleeing.
See ya.
The whole group flee? Only?
No, I'm good. I'm here.
Only you? Wow.
All right, Joren of
my bear is still there.
Joren of Mendev.
All right, Joren of Mendev steals his mind. Even as this creature descends upon him with fury, Joren relies on his instincts to ward off his blows as he actually closes his eyes, calming himself, and beginning to say a prayer to Saren Ray to calm the spirits here, to bring them peace, rest.
All right. Single action, by the way, to make a religion check.
Nice.
All right. Oh.
Hero point that.
All right. Reroll. And we're adding 6. All right. Just roll it. We rolled 2. All right. So nice. All right. Yes, you should have just rolled a d20, but you rolled.
That's a base of 9, so 19.
Right. So 25.
Yep.
All right. Well. All right. You dismiss the spectral force, and the cave painting once again is forced back, very much like Frodo with the File Isle of Gladriel. There's like a gleam of light, the blazing warmth of Saren Ray, and the cave painting kind of gets forced back into 2 dimensions and pastes back onto the cave wall from whence it came. 2 actions remain, Joren.
All right. Without opening his eyes, Joren, sensing the one spirit is gone, turns his flaming spear towards the other spirit beyond the creature in front of him and continues his chanting.
All right. Well, there's no multiple exorcism penalty. There's no meep. So
exorcism all day.
So, but you still do have a hero point because you won that extra hero point. So
I do.
Yeah. All right. Bring it. All right. Well, not enough.
I'm going to need that. Oh, here a point to like take out, creatures in an encounter seems like a good use.
Yeah, that seems
That's probably true.
that seems pretty reasonable. Yeah.
Considering also that my party is in here, this I don't feel bad.
We're just running away.
Well, at this point, you are standing alone against the darkness, so it works out really well. All right, there you go.
There we go.
All right, well, Joren, you actually take out both of the haunts. So, with powerful words of prayer, Joren, describe your exorcism for us there.
The flame from his spear, just not in a rageful, hateful way that fire is often associated with, just glows with warmth and life, bringing peace to this place, calmness. The spirits, not in an angry way, not in a way as if they've been repulsed. Instead, kind of just like a creature that's lost its hunger, kind of paw around on the earth for a moment, and then slowly return to their wall to rest, to sleep, and to slumber.
All right. Well, yes, and there's even like some calming where Gandalf is chanting, go to sleep, be at peace. And the spirit paintings go back into the walls, but the spirit of rage is no mere manifestation of Syarstik's sleeping rage. No, this is a potent, sort of undead, a manifestation of the anger that the Kellid people felt at the betrayal that occurred to them here. So, Joren, you have one action left.
All right. Joren turns now, opening his eyes once more to the spirit of rage.
Ooh, tough decision here, Smith. Do you attack? Do you raise a shield?
Yeah, I think I'm going to raise my shield because I don't want to die.
All right, seems good.
Yeah, because also Joren doesn't have hostility here at the moment. He knows he's going to have to defend himself.
Right.
But he's kind of still in that moment of chanting and, waiting to see what effect it had on the spirit in front of him.
Got it. All right. Raising shield. All right.
He brandishes his shield of Saren Ray in front of the creature.
All right, Big Daddy Thron. You can come back in, buddy.
I believe I know. I got to get back into the fight. So I will.
What we'll say here, Thron, is it'll take you 2 actions to get back to where you were. So if you want to put yourself right here, give or take, that's basically where that'll take you 2 actions to get there. But you have sudden charge, actually, though, Thron. So
yeah.
If you want, you could sudden charge back in. That seems thematically appropriate.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So I have to rage.
Oh, okay.
Then the double moves. So
all right.
That gets me 60 to where I'm at now.
Then that is all you can do. All right. So Thron comes rushing back. Thron, if you take a rage point, I'll let you close the melee.
Rage against the spirit of rage.
Oh yeah, no. Like Thron, as you come in, it's almost like for a moment the burning red eyes of this spirit of rage seem to lock with you for a moment, and you sort of you hear a voice inside of you saying, "I will destroy you. All you need do is come. Let your rage fuel you." It's almost baiting you. It's encouraging you. It wants to be destroyed. It's asking for it. Thron, do you?
I just took off running, fleeing, and I was hit, and I started running away. So I'm not in the right state of mind.
All right.
I will take your offer if I can attack from this location.
The spirit of the rage is like, well, you drive a hard bargain. But at this position in the draft, I cannot possibly accept a flat-footed condition on a flank. I'm going to have to rescind that offer. And so the spirit of rage does not take your offer of rageful flank. That's a new level 6 fleet.
Rageful flank.
Flat-footed.
Flank your foes.
Charging in.
All right,
that'll be my level 4 feat, raging flank.
All right. Well, Brek is going to do the same thing. I mean, I put him here just because it was easy, but he's going to come rushing back in as well, and he is unable to close the distance, but he is able to get basically all the way back in, and he's looking pretty hurt up too. All right. So Brek comes back in, but there is no spirit. Strangely, the spirit of rage does not speak to him directly and ask him for his.
Speaks to the hatchet.
Yeah.
Speak to the hatchet.
Speak to the hatchet. Come, join me. So the spirit of rage, not exactly a tactical master, it is going to come in, and it is going to, as Joren has engaged with it, Joren with the light of Saren Ray bubbling off of him, the spirit of rage seems almost like angry that Joren would summon such a divine force in this place, and a voice for the first time kind of speaks out in a screaming common, "Betrayer! You bring that false face here?" And the spirit of rage lashes out at Joren with a shadowy, incorporeal hand and gets a 30.
Whoa.
Dang.
Not a crit because you
Not a
raised
crit
your
'cause of the
shield.
Math is tight. Math is tight.
Math is tight. Wow, what a great way to avoid that. Oh wow.
Oh, jeez.
That would have been a
Double sixes.
monster critical hit.
Gotta block that.
All right.
Didn't you disable that update you made in the last session?
Oh, right. Shh. I was paid good money for that update.
Council Kaz.
The spirit of rage grows like incessant and angry at your attempt to block it.
Magic Shield gets its first actual dink. Like, that's how hard he hit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The spirit of rage is going to shift here and is actually going to attack Brek, who's actually really low on hit points. And yeah, come on, baby. Here we go with multiple attack penalty. Yes, 26. Wow. Brek is going to take 10 points of damage, and he's near death.
Yeah, he's an NPC. Who cares?
All right. Brek struggles as the spirit of rage continues to slash and rage and attack all of you. It's accurate attack seemingly penetrate and pierce through all of your armor except for the powerful shield, which is imbued with ancient magics. Droga, see ya. Droga, you can move twice and then command Beric.
That's what I was going to do, but if he can't hit this thing, it's sort of
command
worthless.
Beric to flee, though. That's the rule.
Well, no, Beric, here's the deal. Beric, normally against non-magical attacks, this creature has resistance 10. Against magical attacks has resistance 5, and against magical ghost touch attacks has resistance 0. I'm assuming that automatic bonus progression is going to apply to Beric as well. So I guess his claws are magical.
Okay.
So it's only going to be 5 damage off. So
All right. Well, I look at Beric and say, "See ya, you got this." And then I head out while he goes and tries to flank.
Beric's like, honestly, it's nothing new. So,
all right.
You always send me in.
All right, Beric.
Literally sat on the other side
Beric.
of the lake and just watched us fight.
With tactical precision, Beric sets up a flank and hits.
That's nice. Get him with the jaws. 6 damage.
Right.
Excellent.
Well, he takes 1 point of damage. So
you're so efficient with that one tooth.
all right, Joren.
all right. It's a snack component for this spell. Hold on. Not material. Okay. Joren, seeing Brek get injured, brandishes his spear up in the air once more, and a flash of light explodes from it, healing Brek's wounds.
You doing a 2-action heal?
Uh-huh.
Is this a level?
Font.
Oh, so level 2.
Yep. I'll give you a 2-action heal.
That reminds me, I need to get that.
Wow,
Nice.
That's a great heal.
Well,
27.
whoop. Well, he's barely injured after that massive heal.
Draw some aggro. I'm gonna raise my shield. I was gonna give you that aid cast, but I'm like, ooh, this guy does't like Saren Ray as it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice heal from the cleric. Thron, it is now your turn for realsies.
All right. Moving into position.
In that great Pathfinder star-shaped movement. There we go. Perfect. Excellent. Excellent.
Sliding in right
Here are
there.
your tactics right here.
Quadra flank.
I'm in formation. All right.
The spirit of rage goes, no.
You found my weakness.
There's only one of me.
My newly empowered ghost ape fist.
Oh,
Excellent. Ape fist.
The ghost yeti.
Oh.
There it is.
Well, the spirit of rage's armor class is down from 18, so it is hit.
The
Oh!
Hey!
Beautiful.
Oh!
There we go.
Oh! Ow.
15 damage.
Oh.
Not enough.
All right. The spirit of rage barely clings to life.
I bring in my second
Uh-oh.
map attack.
Map
Double
attack.
fisting. Oh, beautiful.
All right.
Let me do a math on this one.
Rushed. You guys got it handled in there?
Yeah. Well, 13 damage is going to be enough, and empowered by the spectral streamers of energy, the sort of lingering blessing of Saren Ray upon your weapons. In this case, your massive fists. You're able to strike through the Spirit of Rage as if it were a solid foe. And with no resistance, the Spirit of Rage falls.
Should have taken my offer.
All right. Well, that's the combat. Good job.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you guys handled that.
I administer the treatments.
Yes.
If I get some of them heals.
The treatment.
Behold the treat.
Brek says, I'm pretty good, actually.
Yeah, Brek's. Yeah.
Took a little bit of that cave paint to the face.
Yeah.
Droga,
Well-
you're getting some.
Well, what was nice was that Joren was able to deal with both of those cave paintings in one round because those things were nasty. Hazards?
All right. I do need some healing myself.
Okay, Droga. That's yours.
All right.
Joren,
And
get-
then Thron.
Why? Oh, there it goes.
I could move this up to expert now, but my check still isn't great. So
Ooh,
Oh, well.
there you go.
That's still
well,
good.
that was still a really good roll, so it worked out really well.
Yeah. Must select.
Wasted a good surprise on me.
Um,
There we go.
Brek, you want one? I mean, it's not like I'm rolling hot.
I mean, yeah.
You're
I mean,
worse than off than he is.
yeah, you have less hit points than me.
I'll treat me too. Don't worry.
Okay, all right, yeah, treat everybody.
Hang on. Sorry. Where'd I go? Where am I? I'm right here.
All right, so as quickly as naturally, I take I take damage.
This game. I just stab Brek in the chest.
Oh!
No, I already
Holy
rolled it.
crow.
You took 3 damage.
Oh, is it 3?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah. The macro automatically rolled.
Oh,
it.
the macro rolled it. Okay, all right. That I can't even describe what just happened, so I won't.
I stabbed him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Slipped on a banana peel and my spear went through his chest.
They'll slip on the banana peel.
Brek goes, I've told you before, Joren, you shouldn't be treating wounds with that spear. You should
I forget I'm so old.
you should use these bandages.
Oh my gosh.
I eat the bandage. Let's go walk on.
No, that's what rations are for, old man. Rations.
It seems he's been in a drunken stupor.
By the way, I know people in the Discord ask, what does it mean when a game says the heroes are competent? Not this.
Not this. Not us.
See? So imagine a doctor, right? He's trained, he's professional. He might even be an expert in being a doctor. Now imagine he walks up to the patient and just like trips and like just knocks the patient out of the bed and then stabs him multiple times. That's Pathfinder, okay?
Right. And you might say, well, that does happen 5% of the time.
And the other half, you miraculously cure him of all diseases that were ever
She's
known.
just totally fine.
All right. Well,
I don't even feel like killing myself. I don't care. Let's go.
okay.
All right. Shall we proceed on
All right.
northward?
All right. So yeah. So as
Wait,
I was saying here,
yeah, let's investigate.
Oh,
Okay.
there's another path.
yeah, there is once again there is a passageway to the north, and there is also which kind of actually goes up. The stairs actually are carved into the ground, and then going to the east, you could see the passageway goes down more to the south. Now, attuned as you are to the spiritual essence of this place, alive with the very living memory of your Kellid ancestors, you can feel that this source, this power of rage, which you have now encountered several times in both the raised undead of the Kellids who lost their lives here, of these cave paintings that have manifested, and now these spirits of rage, which have sort of met like formed full cloth out of nothing from the very air itself, is definitely coming from the east. So it is your belief that the cursed spirit of Syarstik must lay that way.
Well, let's go towards the east.
All right.
I like going upstairs, but I will follow you in this case, and I will be avoiding notice.
But you know, I mean, there could be something to the north too. You never know.
I wanted to go north, but Brek seems to be.
Well,
very
there's also
wise.
sort of like this northern path right here, right? Ish.
That you can see. Yes, I can't see it yet.
Oh,
You're too ahead of the game there, Kaz.
Path.
All right, so you all
I
move.
point to the north and I gesture. What is this way?
Even the GM doesn't know. Kaz, you move into what is a extremely large. Sorry, my PDF. I'm going to be excited for Adventure 2 because I actually have that in print copy.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
And Adventure 3 I have in print copy because
Right.
I think that Paizo PDFs kind of suck. Like, I feel like they are very unoptimized. They don't really load very well, even on my.
I feel that. Yeah. I mean, there's.
I haven't had any problems.
I don't like DMing about books.
Yeah. I don't know.
Also, you and I are old. Like, we're just bad at searching PDFs.
Ancient.
Yeah, that's true.
You
All right.
like the little bookmark flags things.
Well,
Yeah,
I
no.
do.
Oh, yeah, of course I do. All right. The winding, as you enter into this fairly large cave here, the ceiling opens up above you, and the winding cave's walls have been painted from floor to ceiling with iconic graphic illustrations, much more detailed and in much more care and consideration, and even in size, than in any you have seen in the rest of the cave. One of a great and powerful mastodon, a full mammoth. A second of a dinosaur.
It's not a broken mammoth.
No, not a broken mammoth. One of a dinosaur, a great, terrible thunder lizard, and one of a great cat, a smilodon, a saber-toothed tiger. Humanoid figures wielding spears and axes swarm the mastodon and the great cat, and near the dinosaur, more hunters emerge from the fingertips of a handprint smeared upon the wall. Above the animals, a series of dots above are reminiscent of stars.
I point to the thunder lizard. I'm like, one of our friends.
I'd wrestle you.
So there's stars, there's animals. What's swirling around them?
You said there's a hand stamp on it.
Yeah, so there is there's a mastodon, a dinosaur, and a great cat. Humanoid figures wielding spears and stone axes are swarming around the mastodon and the great cat. And near the dinosaur, there are hunters emerging from the fingerprints or from the fingertips of a handprint that has been sort of drawn onto the wall.
Do I know if that reminds me of anything?
Yeah, Smith, if you want to make maybe a nature check or arcana check.
Sorry, looking for my proficiencies.
That's okay. It is very hard to find. It's the hardest thing to find in the game.
It is the hardest thing. There we go. Proficiencies. Okay. 0 or +1. We'll go +1. Nope.
I mean, aside from the obvious connotations that this is some sort of, scene of hunting, of the Kellid people working together to overcome their great foes, or in this case, even the mastodon's not necessarily a foe, but it's obviously a very trying thing to hunt.
Food.
Yeah, to hunt one. It's sort of a celebration of the Kellid people's hunting prowess.
Okay. I have another question.
Yeah.
I look up at the patterns that resemble stars in the ceiling. Do I recognize those patterns?
Good question. Make a nature check.
The answer will be no.
Well, the quality of your nature check will determine. Hey, that's pretty good.
All right. 15.
Yeah, Aaron.
14.
Yeah, so the stars are painted, are basically a representation of the night sky.
Winter, summer.
So actually, they determine the star's position sort of to indicate a specific time of year. And given the rising stars in the east, you believe that this represents the springtime. Maybe a little bit later than now, but if your people's ancient path is correct, where you are now here at Red Cat Cave in this time of the spring would have been around the time when your ancestors would have passed through this place. And so basically...
That's why they had the ritual to come here every year.
Exactly. So you're kind of here roughly at around this same time. However, they also indicate, you can judge by the position of the Great Northern Star, a time as well, which is exactly at solar midnight, the exact moment halfway between the dusk and the dawn. So the stars are sort of representing basically springtime at midnight, exact midnight.
Springtime at midnight.
Right, which is obviously not, well, it's springtime, but it is not midnight right now. But that is what the
Okay.
Does Brek have any skills? Wow,
He's a fighter. He should have all the skills.
We have no skills in this party. We're bad at everything.
Well, okay, great. Okay, he is trained in occultism because he has a bard dedication.
There you go.
All right.
So Brek is going to take a closer look as well at the painting. And he is unable to judge any further significance as well.
Does the stars seem to have anything to do with the murals?
I mean, they all seem to be sort of painted and connected, but I would say no. I would say the stars are almost a separate mural in a way.
Okay.
Something happens around this time every year in the spring at midnight. I don't know what. I don't know exactly where.
Brek kind of steps forward and kind of reiterating what I had just said. In the ancient time of our people, this cave was an important part of our ancient route, the Ethgir, which took us beyond the Tusk Mountains. Before the falling of Syarstik, our following used to make pilgrimages to this very cave. Perhaps our ancestors drew these in some way. A message, perhaps?
Do you remember what the exact ritual was?
Brek thinks for a moment, thinks deeply. Alas, I am a fighter and a bard. I know nothing.
Recall knowledge.
I've
been here for 20 years. Have I done this 20 times and can I recall that? Oh, wait, I don't have skill points. I cannot.
Well, it is clear. Well, whatever this is from before you even joined the Broken Tusks.
Oh, so I thought that was. I thought they stopped coming on a couple decades ago. Is that?
100 years ago.
Yeah, they stopped coming
years ago. Okay.
Yeah, like 85 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
so they don't come to this cave anymore. Okay.
Yeah, correctly. Right. They stopped coming like grandfather Iowa was a very young child. Because remember, his mother was the leader of the group which took the primordial flame and hid it in this cave, and he was just a young man or young boy even. And so, but yeah. All right.
So for our whole lives, you've never.
The only thing that you've done here is you had your green festival, Green Moon Festival, the first moon of spring, at the Rock Loom where you had it. And then you would travel east, and you would usually spend a week or so at the Gleaming Sun Lake to, relax and enjoy the springtime and some of the bounties of that. Let the mammoths, eat all the new spring vegetation and stuff like that. And then you would move to the grandparents, where usually the following would spend at least another week or so doing prayers and doing bonfires and that kind of like sacrificial stuff to send the smoke up to the ancestor spirits. And then they would move east to Red Cat Cave. Now, your following, as far as all of you know in your history, does not journey east to Red Cat Cave after the grandparents. Like last year, you guys spent a week or two at the grandparents doing your ancestor worship for those who had departed, as well as people who had just died in the past year, and then you turn north. and follow the Gornok plain up the side of the Tusk Mountains that you do not dare cross. So to a certain extent, you're here maybe a little bit early from when your ancestors would have been here, but it's roughly around the same time.
Okay.
All right. Well, Joren can't figure anything else out, so he's going to get a better look down here.
All right. Joren, you begin moving south, and you see that the large cave opens up even further. And here, you can see that the cave wall paintings begin to become destroyed.
Ooh.
Do we feel the rage?
Oh, like vandalized or?
Yes, in fact, there are great claw marks that have etched them out of the ground.
This might be the right way.
Yeah, this is probably the way we were.
How big are those claw marks?
I mean,
large.
I mean,
huge.
The legend.
It's like it's not just a map that doubled.
Syarstik was said to have been a great saber-toothed cat, one of the ancient kind of like a primordial progenitor of the great cats, said to have been ageless since the birth of the realm of Mammoth Lords. A great and noble king among beasts, and so probably at least large.
Okay.
Okay.
Is he destroying anything specific, or is this just uncontrolled rage and anger and art?
Yes, it is definitely uncontrolled rage and the like. That being said,
it's not like he's scratching the eyes out of all of them.
No. Yeah, it's definitely like trying to erase the existence of the Kellid memory or the writings essentially on the wall, and trying to create or to eliminate, I should say, the presence of these markings, almost as if it felt ashamed. Brek closely examines one of the scraped carvings and looks a little bit closer, and turns back to the group. To think that our people have not been here in 80 or 90 years, almost 2 or 3 generations. But our great and noble ancestors, one of my great and noble ancestors, came here and was slain by Syarstik. Brek seems to hesitate for a moment. I must admit my fear at what may lay ahead.
You would be a fool if you didn't.
But you have bravery.
Well, it goes away really
by
quick.
one. Oh.
He admits his fear and then it's gone.
Something was here recently, got slain by those haunts.
They never did find the body. You know what? We had bloody skeletons too, so maybe blood just explodes around here.
Aaron, gain a hero point. Well done. Yes, it's all part of the spiritual effect of the rage, of the ripping, of the tearing of the ghost spirit tiger.
Lads, steel yourselves for what's to come. But know this, Serene walks with us. There may be shame and failure in our past, but Sister Cinder, she is the goddess of redemption. And not only can we find redemption here, but we will be agents of her redemption on the Kellid people. Her love has not been lost, though the flame may be.
Here.
Yeah, it was very nice. Well said, Mr. Smith. Joren's powerful words fill you all with courage, and everybody in the party gains a hero point.
Oh, well, alrighty.
This encounter might be busted, so
Is it? I was about to say, is there did a little save screen just kick off?
I'm rewarding. Listen. This is a role-playing game. I'm rewarding role-playing. You hack. Okay.
Besides, Derek can't roleplay tonight because he's playing a fighter, and fighters don't have good roleplay opportunities.
That's correct. I'm limited. I keep going back to Brek and being like, I can't do anything.
You can't do anything. I'm just too effective in combat. I'm a war cleric, so I just roleplay all day.
I'm just locked into this.
Can't do anything else.
Right. I didn't even attack in that last fight. Come on.
But that's why the war cleric is an S tier class.
That's right.
You know, combat is such a rare thing.
It's tough. Oracle, war priest. It's
that's
competition.
All right.
Joren continues pressing ahead, waiting for combat to start.
All right. Joren, you move deeper now, and the cave begins to grow wider and wider. The cave drawings become larger and more impressive, but also still scarred by the effects of the claw marks against the walls. Ahead, there is... Yeah, sorry, Kaz, I've interrupted you 8 times.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
I'm sure it's something really important. Kaz, go for it.
No, it's not.
Nope.
Would one of you guys want to be like seeking...
Keep my shut up so long.
I'm seeing the history of my movement every time I move is like re-flashing on my thing. I just didn't know if anyone else.
Do you need
I was
reload?
I was having that too.
Okay.
Kaz, it's sort of going off and on. It's not. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Why don't you guys refresh before we get into a fight?
I am not having that. So. I'm not having that problem with Brek. So
I'm reloaded.
All right. The light from Joren's torch, magical torch, I should say, begins to illuminate a vast and large cave. Joren, I assume you're going to be defending?
Yep, shield's already up.
All right.
I am prepared to make a charge into the cat. I'll be wrestling said cat.
Unfortunately, you cannot do that. You're only allowed to ready in encounter mode. All right.
But you could roll initiative of athletics, representing your readiness to grapple.
Ready to pounce.
All right.
Yeah,
it sucked us in.
We've all moved.
I've all moved you in. Well, you got to move in close enough to be able to see, the actual cool stuff. All right.
Oh.
All right. You all move into the vast chamber, and there, as you enter into this large and impressive location, you see paintings on the wall of this huge and massive chamber. Monsters, both legendary and well-known within your tribe's oral histories. The great legends and myths of your people stand etched into the walls of this chamber, as well as obscure ones whose names you do not know, but whose probably history reaches back hundreds, if not thousands of years, cover the cavernous walls of this long and broad chamber. Mighty dragons and wolves engage in eternal battle alongside owl-headed bears and one-eyed giants. A history of the Kellid people's greatest foes that have been brought down by the might of their great champions and heroes. And here, as you enter into the room near the southern wall, Joren, your light illuminates a massive stalagmite that grows out of the center of the chamber. Its top has been broken off, and it has been fashioned into a mighty pedestal. Old carvings etched into the stone cover every inch of this magnificent and mighty plinth, all of them bearing a flame and spiraling smoke motif. And there, at the top of this mighty pedestal, stands a halo of scorch marks upon the pedestal's flat top.
Oh, this is where it used to stay.
And but the top of the pedestal is empty. The blazing scorch marks, the almost melted surface of this rock enhances the conspicuous bareness of this pedestal. Obviously, you know what is supposed to have been here, but this thing is so clearly begging for something should be here, and there's nothing, and there is nothing here. And as you sort of take in the whole sight of it, a spectral and spiritual voice sort of wavers out and calls out from everywhere and nowhere at the same time. More intruders! More usurpers! I have failed once! I shall not fail again! And a shimmering form begins to coalesce in front of the pedestal.
Oh boy.
A large, massive spectral image of a humongous, elegant, primal cat, simmering with the same rage and the burning embers for eyes that you saw in the Spirit of Rage, coalesces in front of Joren between him, the party, and the pillar. The creature seems to struggle with barely contained rage as it unleashes a primal roar, its eyes filled with burning madness, fear, shame, but most of all, rage. And with that, Syarstik the Painted Tiger roars into existence, and a wave of animating rage spirals and spills out through the chamber. And as numerous cave paintings begin shimmering and pulling themselves off of the walls in response to the master's undying and hateful rage. All right.
I guess we won't be parlaying with him.
The Spirit of Rage is not capable of parlaying. But
It does fight to the death.
strangely enough, no, it doesn't. You can beat the rage out of it. But because the group kind of made their way down here fairly quickly, we're actually going to take a quick cliffhanger. We're actually gonna take a quick break, because we always take one break. We're gonna take one quick break. Normally we take it at 8:30, but we'll take it here at 8:15. So a little bit early, and then we'll come back for this big, massive fight against Syarstik the Painted Tiger, and we'll see how it goes. It's a tough one, and so we'll see we'll see how it goes. But yeah, everybody, stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few short minutes. Let me. What sounds good to you guys?
10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes sounds good. So we're gonna come back at 8:20. So not long at all. So just enough time for everybody to grab a drink, go to the bathroom. You all grab a drink, go to the bathroom. You know the procedure. And here we go. What's going on?
It's pretty suggestive of you to tell us to go to the bathroom.
Sorry, I apologize. I'm saying you must go to the bathroom.
Oh.
All right. Sorry, I just had to load up the time there in Stream Elements. All right. So we will be right back, and don't go anywhere. We'll see you in about 10 minutes.
Peace.
We're coming back. Hey, welcome back. Hey, we got the anonymous tip, $25 summoning the T-Rex.
Nice.
Very, very awesome. Thank you so much. Real quick shout out, Ben with a $2 super chat said, Paizo PDFs are pigs to load. And I am inclined to believe. I just don't think that they do I've always had problems with their specific PDFs. I've had a lot of problems with them. So, welcome back, everyone. We've got ourselves a nasty little boss fight here on our hand as we get to the end of Chapter 2 of Adventure 1. Before the party stands Syarstik the Painted Tiger, the spirit of the once proud and noble, magnificent guardian of the primordial flame. Now, the charred, broken pedestal where once the mighty artifact stood, a testament to the creature's failure to keep the sacred artifact safe, and now possessed by a rage that only losing an artifact can really, and potentially spelling the downfall for an entire people can really instill in one. So we are going to get ourselves into a nice little combat. All right.
Clearly, I have to subdue it by wrestling it.
Oh, I can't wait.
This is a wrestling skill check?
I'm going to say that is not going to do so well. All right. Now, as I mentioned, at the end of the encounter, the creature's rage began pulling forth creatures off of the walls. Now, note, these are not haunts. In fact, they have the same name as the creature. These are not hazards or haunts. These are actually like combatants.
They are here to kill you.
They are here to kill you. Maybe.
What do they
sort
look
of.
like?
So if you actually take a look at these creatures, which you should be able to, they actually I think the art is of it's like a two-dimensional painting given physical form.
Oh, now I'm seeing it. Okay, it looked like blood against a gray at first, but now I see actually it's like sort of the cat's paw, the face.
Yeah, here I'll
Okay.
show it to everybody here.
Yeah. There we go.
So yeah, so it's like
there it is. Yep.
it's like a burning rage spirit, but it's like pulled off of the wall of cave paintings.
Pretty cool.
So that is basically what these things are. So you know, mean guys. So they pop out, and I'm gonna activate combat for everybody.
Combat and Tactics 101. Take
Combat
out the big guy
activated.
first.
All right. And I am going to roll my little dudes, and then I'm going to roll my big dude. Aw, Syarstik rolled a 3. What?
Oh, there we go.
What? Oh, man.
The guys just didn't roll yet.
Oh, my gosh. Brek got a 24. Droga got a 27. Joren got a 23.
Let's go.
All right, Thron. Thron got a 21. Well, no.
Monsters go first.
Monsters go first. But Syarstik, with a plus 14 to initiative, is going last.
Wow.
I'm actually gonna pull this up because this is a crazy initiative order. There's the initiative order. That's the bottom of it. You guys can't see it all fully at home, but that is the bottom of the initiative order. The lowest from everybody else was 21, and the massive. Okay, well, that was a huge deal for you guys. Wow.
Yeah, normally we're pretty terrible at these things. We just get wrecked.
Just get completely wrecked. All right, well, Droga, you are up first, my friend.
I have been searching for this for a long time. Time to hunt this prey.
Ooh, Droga, there's a sense of like almost pride that comes over you as you you kind of
the hunt.
Yeah, it's like as you put your sights on this magnificent beast, this spirit whose legend in your people. I mean, obviously, it has a special connection to you all because it was chosen as the guardian, but this is a creature that has existed in your legends for hundreds and hundreds of years before it became the guardian of the primordial flame and then was slain and then raised, came back as a horrible spirit ghost, evil monster. So it's kind of a moment of both fear and pride, you know?
Yeah, it's like a legendary hunt that you, for me, because I'm a hunter, but like this legendary beast.
Exactly.
Am I going to get, is he going to get +1 from Joren being in my way?
He absolutely is.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm too old to not be in the way.
Plus Joren's got his shield raised, so.
All right, well, we're going to command Brek
Yes.
to run in. maybe draw an attack of opportunity.
Sheesh. Go and die whichever way you best sees fit. Let me take a scan because you never know with these creatures. There's always something in here that made no attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Or the creature doesn't have reach. You don't know.
Well, Derek, will you let me go back and monster hunt recall knowledge on this guy?
For what?
Or when I hunt my prey.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
All right, this will be not nature.
You could totally use nature because even though it's a ghost, like this is a primal spirit of nature. Oh,
yes.
Nice.
Thank you, Ray in the chat for reminding me of my own skills.
Right, your feet specifically, right?
Feet, yes.
Yeah.
All right. We're looking. What do you think we're looking for here?
2 weeks. Bob's gonna GM. Make sure you tune in for that.
Yeah, I know, right? It's gonna be a great session.
All right. So Bob,
It's gonna be you guys telling me how to GM at that point. Anyway, continue.
So
sorry.
Bob, do you want to know about? Well, for starters, because you succeeded, you know that this creature has 60 hit points, and it is incorporeal. Now, Bob, do you want to know about its offensive capabilities, its defensive capabilities, or its special abilities?
Derek, can you boost Bob's audio?
Can I boost Bob's audio?
Oh, I'm surprised he can't hear me. I'm usually pretty loud.
I mean, I can raise all of your audios.
Yeah.
I mean, I could come a little closer.
I mean, Bob, you can raise your audio by speaking louder.
Yes, I can. All right. We are going to bear support, and I want to do defensive.
Okay. Defensive capabilities. The creature has AC 22. It is has a +9 fort save, a +12 reflex save, and a +16 will save.
Okay.
Pretty low fort.
In addition, the creature has negative healing, so it is harmed by healing because it is undead.
That's good to know, Joren.
Yeah. Right. What's the? I think is that will save in this edition or is that fort?
I think it's a fort.
Well, that'd be huge if that's the case.
Wow. Yeah, because that's its worst save.
Yeah, fortitude save. Nice. All right.
All right.
But it is a +9, so it's not like it's horrible.
Yeah, and I am bad at offensive spellcasting, so it's still not ideal.
All right.
As the wisdom comes upon Droga, you see him grab 2 arrows and shoot them off.
I believe you mean pew pew.
No, I didn't want to say that. I was trying to get around not saying
Well, you missed by about 1 million. And
Miss a million. Pew pew. They sail as the air.
yeah, the moment comes upon you and it just goes sailing past. All right, so Brek wants to get a flank here, so that
Wait, did you have any attack opportunity that you wanted to do on Barrick? I couldn't.
Well, number one, I said no, he doesn't have one, and then I
got
said
it. I must have missed.
He also doesn't have reach, so it's like a double whammy of not having attack of opportunity.
Oh, that's weak.
All right, so what Brek is going to do is Brek is going to see. Can he move? He can, so he can move this way.
Charge around him.
Yeah, but then I don't get to dual slice. If I can do this, but if he does have attack of opportunity, Brek is going to provoke it here. So,
but fighters do got to fight. So,
all right. Well, Brek is going to move there and not provoke any attacks of opportunity because this creature does not have it. And now there is no cover. And now Brek is going to target the flanked Syarstik. And here comes the attacks. First, the battle axe comes slashing across in a dual slice. And with a 16, he misses. But here comes the bone hatchet. Also a 16. Also a miss, even with the flanking. Wow. All right, Brek is unable to land any attacks. Yikes. Syarstik roars and ripples with rage. The immense cat turns easily to deal with the 2 attackers. All right, Joren. Yikes.
All right. Joren's going to close the distance into the melee.
Yes.
And then brandishing his spear upwards, he cries out, "Sister Cinder, bless your warriors. Let them have a worthy hunt." I cast Bless.
All right. All right. Let me do this. This should be fine.
You want to do it, or you want me to place this?
Well, then it has to follow you and do all this other nonsense.
I was just never going to move again.
Oh, well, then that's fine.
Like, even if it moves, I'll just die here.
Okay, so everybody within that gets a +1 status bonus to attack rolls and to saving throws versus fear, I think.
Nope.
No? Okay.
Junior allies gain +1 stats bonus to attack rolls.
Oh, all right. Well, never mind. It's even worse. Okay.
I mean, it's something, but I'm never going to be over there.
I
I'm going to try to expand it here, but Bob, you're gone.
Yeah.
All right. So this awakened painting is going to move next to Thron. And
Bring it on, big boy.
actually, you know what? It's going to move here.
Oh. Goes into the flank.
And
Early conga line is forming.
And that is it.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Oh.
And this is going to move there. Okay.
Okay.
Thron.
Confusing me.
You're the one who didn't choose special abilities, Bob.
I get it. I think the defensive was a good idea.
All right, Thron.
We'll find out.
Does this look like the same haunt things that I've had so much trouble with?
No.
All right.
You can pound it.
You are the one that failed our people.
Oh.
And I come charging in.
That's a taunt.
That's pretty brutal.
And I'm gonna start. I'm just gonna wait. Why didn't it move me? Oh wait, hold on. I'm just dispatching his lackeys here. First attack. Just that I'm full on. This is true rage for me.
Oh, indeed it is.
No,
That hero point, Cass.
I'm gonna use a hero play because these are the ones that like screwed up my people. So this is why we might die here. So re-rolling that. There we go.
All right.
Oh,
Critical hit. Yes.
Wow.
And
Minimum damage.
14 damage, which kills it.
All right.
All right. The cave painting dissipates. All right, Thron.
I feel like these guys are minions. They probably do like a good amount of damage, but they're easy to take out.
All right.
That is it. Oh, okay.
Well, because you rage move attack.
Yes.
All
I
right.
was gonna hit end, but then it.
Syarstik's rage continues to ripple. Join me, brothers. Let the hunt begin. As a voice echoes and reverberates throughout the entire chamber.
Sounds like more minions. Oh boy.
All right. 2 minions pull themselves free of the walls.
That
And
looked like that took an action.
it did take an action.
Did that look like it took an action?
Is that trigger a reaction?
I just wonder how much we can expect ads.
It very much took an action.
Getting
Might
those
change in
special
phase two.
abilities.
Whoa, it went off into the nothing.
God.
That guy's gone. That guy's gone for all
Sister
time.
Cinder, she's protecting us.
For some odd reason, I
That'd be
can't.
sweet, Bob, if magic worked that way.
Be gone.
Foundry is not letting me add this thing to the combat.
Oh. You should be able just
It's
click
illegal.
the combat button when you hover over it, when you
Yep.
right click on it.
Yep, the combat button does nothing.
Oh wow.
Sweet. I love Foundry so much.
Well,
I do. But,
this fight just got a lot easier.
Yeah. It's like, why is it so bad?
Less to worry about now.
Let me try pulling another one on and see if that works. Whoop. Nope, I cannot. Can I do anybody here? Argakoa shows up and she's like, "Hello, friends."
Oh, we could use the help.
Yeah. Okay. So I can't.
She's dead.
All right. Well, I cannot add people to the initiative order anymore. So cool.
I mean, you could always just have them go with the same as the
Could
other.
you end
painted
combat
tiger.
and then start?
No, because then we'd have to
You don't
like
have to reload,
we'd have
yeah.
to re-all everything. So
Just do their initiative as the same as the
yeah,
other
I'll
tigers.
just do it as that. All right. So Syarstik does that, and then Joren, it'll attack you.
All right.
Wow, I cannot. Wow, man, maybe I need to reload myself.
Yeah,
the, problem,
That might be.
Maybe you lost connection.
the problem is when I reload, it destroys everything. So,
Ah!
all right, ghostly fangs rip out into your flesh, Joren. Whoa, miss.
Barely.
Big Daddy with the miss. And then it's going to use its claw attack, which is agile. And Sister Cinder is with you as I roll a net.
I guess she does protect us.
Excellent.
All right. Well, geesh.
Wow.
That was it. That's all he had.
Go last initial order, do nothing. Awesome.
All right. Yeah, go last, do
All right,
nothing.
guys, do not waste this gift.
I know, right?
All right, Droga.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes,
that was
I'm gonna-
you just got a freebie there.
Yeah.
Pretty round.
Barrick is going to bear support as my command Barrick to do bear support, and then I'm going to try real hard to really hit him with these ones.
Okay.
Extra hard.
Well, you
Try
missed.
harder.
There you go.
Well, I'm going to be... I think I can hero point that without having to roll the second dice first.
All right, so that 6 is counted as a 16.
So 24.
24. Its AC is 23, Bob.
Sweet. So just do that. That's
All
the
right.
first one. Okay. And then I'll roll the second one.
And that misses by 1 because of the cover.
Joren in the back.
Oh, that is some weak sauce. But
Could
Barrick
you
will
have
get...
moved to a more advantageous location?
I was just trying not to move if I didn't
It's
have
fine.
to.
I'll do everything. I'll move, Bob.
You told me
Jordan,
you were
if you
never
could
going to move.
Well, I didn't think Bob wasn't going to move either.
Okay. I assume he takes no slashing damage.
I mean, he technically takes 1 point of damage.
I didn't know if he was incorporeal as well.
That's the support benefit thing is kind of weird, but you know,
Okay.
you did so little on your turn. I will give you that 1 point of
Alright,
damage,
well,
Bob.
He's gonna take one more Hail Mary at full map here.
Roll a 20.
Remember, everybody, this is a bad idea. Go ahead, Bob.
Hey, Bob, there's these awesome videos online made by these people who play Pathfinder. You should watch them. It teaches you combat and
I
tactics.
heard they're not
For
even
example, for those of you at home, for Bob, for example, here could have used his third action using his knowledge of nature, which he's probably trained in. Say, Bob, are you an expert any skill yet?
No. Well, not.
What are
no.
you an expert in?
Will.
No. What skill are you an expert in?
None.
Trolling Derek.
Did you not take a skill increase when you leveled to 3?
I must not have.
Oh, okay, great. Hey, Smith, what skill are you an expert in now?
Against the Dark Master.
That no one will understand what that means. So
I have no idea what that means.
That's what I got the book for.
Wow.
All right. Well,
Medicine to answer your question.
medicine to answer my question. All right, sounds good. Oh, Brek
This is why I need my paper sheet.
Brek is an expert in athletics. Interesting. All right.
Guys, would you take athletics?
He was
already
an
an
expert.
expert.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh,
I forgot. You're awesome.
So now
Who'd you
I'm
end up
also
taking?
an expert in nature.
There you go.
amazing.
So see, well, had Bob had any of that, he could have just said, "I aid them with nature" and give somebody a +2 bonus to their attack roll.
That would have been awesome.
Instead, he made an attack and he critically missed by 15.
He also could have
I was
moved to get a
trying.
better position as well,
Well,
since
that's
that was
what I
part
was
of the
wondering
problem.
if I should have done in the first move.
All right. Now, see, Bob, gain a hero point. You've done a great job for the people at home to teach them how not to play Pathfinder 2. All right.
There you go. I'm helping everyone.
You're helping everyone. All right. Brek is up next.
I
And
will take train in athletics. Expert in athletics.
Brek is
what I
up
would've
next,
done.
and he is going to do a dual slice, leading off with the bone battle axe. It's a hit for +6, and here comes the hatchet. It's it was on the 20 for a hot second there, but it did not do it. But the bone battle axe does do damage. It does 7 points of damage, and because of the power of the ghost touch rune, it's going to do the full 7 damage. Brek, an expert in weapons, is going to set up. Joren, are you going to attack?
No. Actually,
Kaz, are you going to attack?
I'm not going to attack.
Yes.
All right. Well, then Joren is going to, Brek is going to prepare to aid. He attacks several times, spinning the axe. The bone hatchet seems to gleam with renewed vigor under this ancient hallowed place of the burning mammoth / broken tusk ancestors. And guided by its strike, Brek kind of beckons Thron to come in. Finish this. Show him that you are the stronger. And Brek is going to prepare to aid. All right, Joren.
All right.
All right.
Joren breaks his oath, and I am going to step. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Breaks his oath.
Yeah, I moved.
Oh.
He promised me. You promised.
I meant to keep that prom. All right. Joren steps to the side. This will still hit him. Concentrates on his blessing. He expands it.
So that's
all you, buddy.
One action.
One action, and it
Right.
will increase by 5 feet.
Great, and that's actually nice because now it'll get.
Yep. There you go. Look at that. We can make a video about that.
Yep. All right.
Wait, did you do it or?
I'm doing it.
Oh, you made the sound effect. I didn't say. There it is. Okay. I thought I was gonna have.
Oh, you were thinking 4th edition. It's okay. Brek can like step over or something.
No, I mean I have the movement, so it won't be a step. So I provoke an attack of opportunity.
Got it. Okay, but okay, got it. So now Thron will go here, and Brek is here. So everybody is within bless and flanking. So
right. Yes. And then for my third action, I will
pay attention to this, folks. This is what you want to pay attention. All right.
You're right, though. The 4th edition did get me because I only think in boxes now.
You were squared, yes.
All right.
So it would have already had those outer corners done in 4th edition?
Yeah, 4th edition, it's just a box. Everything's a box. There's no weird radius. All right. This is going to go to here. And actually, so Brek is not going to take the attack of opportunity because he wants to save his reaction to aid.
Nice. That's also a pro move.
I don't know. I would have hit him.
Okay. Thron.
Wow. None of them came at me. All right. Well, I'm going to move directly forward.
Yep.
And
that's where I was going to
full swing.
All right, so Thron, when you make your attack roll, you're going to want to add +1 status bonus from the Bless of Joren of Mendev, and you're going to want to add +2 circumstance bonus because of the aid from Brek. So
now, Foundry might be doing some of that because he's in the aura.
Oh.
The aid he's going to have to add, but I don't know if he's going to add.
I don't see that. I'll just type. I'll put it in, and if it looks
well, we can look at the math and see.
We'll see the math.
We'll see what the math says. Yeah. All right. So this is actually pretty nice. So Brek comes in. He goes, "Strike now, Thron!" Brek distracts him with a series of axe slices, and Thron, you come in with it's about as good as you can get at this point in the game.
This is a pretty sweet net swing.
All right. Well, I still have him as having cover, so technically his AC is 1 lower. So you hit by 9.
By 9.
Though. It had the aid, it had the bless.
Yeah, it has everything. Strength 4.
Okay. I was trying to see if we can get that crit there. Come on, can't fault me.
We're close.
All right. Well,
we'll just.
Thron.
Big hit.
Here we go.
All right. 10 damage.
First warm-up punch.
You have 1 action left, Thron.
I'm gonna work. That first blow was really a setup blow. I'm moving in, and so I'm setting up. I'm counter setting up Brek here to also aid his the bone hatchet.
Got it.
Attack.
Got
Specifically the bone hatchet.
Yeah, of course. Naturally, we wouldn't assume nothing else. All right. So Syarstik the Painted Tiger is going to go next. All right. First things first. Droga. The Syarstik leaps forward and slashes through the air, and as he does so, his ghostly fangs, or his ghostly claws, dissipate and emerge from the awakened painting, slashing you across your face.
Ooh, interesting.
With them.
Droga, 29, and so you are flat-footed to this attack.
What?
Yes.
Oh boy, so that means it is a critical?
Ah, cheap.
Critical hits.
Oh boy, that's rough.
All right, you take 20 damage.
Oh boy.
20 negative damage.
Oh boy.
And then he is going to spin onto Joren. Joren, you are flanked, so he is going to spin on you and slash at you with his own claws.
Yep.
But this is with a map attack. 23.
Oh. Yep, hit.
All right. First things first, I'm going to roll damage. And then, it added for me automatically. Awesome. That's very cool. Good. It sneak attacks you for 11 points of damage.
Well,
Joren snaps his shield back in a nick of time to ward off most of the damage.
Got it. Your reaction is up. You shield block. You take what, 2?
Yep.
All right. And then he's got a map of 8, so he's just going to throw that at Thron. It seems like that seems like the most likely situation here.
This is a direct attack now.
This is just a direct attack against you. +7 gets a 16, almost hits, but not quite. All right. So that was Syarstik's Droga.
All right. Gonna move far, far away from this thing.
All right.
And
You actually have a straight shot there,
Yeah.
Droga.
yep, that's what I was going for.
Yep.
Barrick bear supports.
Okay. So one
And-
action move, 2 action bear supports. All right, Barrick begins clawing and tearing into the creature, waiting the arrow strikes as you have trained it to do.
And hopefully we're gonna hit true with these again.
All right.
All these-
A fuselage of shots come railing out. A 22 is a hit, Bob.
That is a
Nice.
hit. Great.
All right, so it takes 3 points of damage.
What happened to my? Okay, I don't know what happened to the second thing. I like errored. So we're just gonna go with the second attack.
Yep.
With no amount is assigned to the what? I'm getting a foundry error on this. I don't understand.
All right, well, luckily the game has all of these abilities to just roll dice like a
you can
normal
just-
human
just
being.
make an attack, Bob.
Yep.
You could even just type /roll d20. It also
what I'm
works.
doing.
So what's your bonus to hit?
Well, that's not gonna be +8. It's gonna be +5.
So-
+4.
So miss. But I took the 3 damage, and then Barrick has bear support, so d8.
Yep.
And then that'll be your turn. Ooh. Oh, nice. 6 extra damage. All right.
Excellent damage.
All right, Droga, your
right.
turn is
Now I
complete.
understand what happens. Okay.
All right,
Yep.
Brek. Now, Thron, you were readied. So Brek is going to turn. He's going to first attack with his bone axe. Actually, you know what? He really wants that bless, Joren. He is going to step to here.
He's in the bless.
Oh, that's right. You moved him to the bless.
But if he does step to there, I can give him a magic weapon.
Oh.
If I delay, will you give me a magic weapon? Oh, I can't step and delay.
Right. I would have to then delay.
Yeah, that doesn't work. We're trying to bust the initiative here, people.
Yeah, can't be
the best I could do is step and ready, but then I'm giving up an attack. So
You know.
I'm just gonna make the attack.
I mean, the only thing in magic weapons you're really going to do is increase your damage dice at this point, which
Yeah.
isn't nothing. but-
No, it's definitely not nothing. All right, here we go. I am going to attack with the bone battle axe. This is not including your bonus here, Kaz, because
Okay. That was specifically for the hatchet.
that is specifically for the hatchet. So here we go. We're gonna add a bless. This is from the battle axe. 21. I forgot to target. The creature's AC is
20 because he's flanked.
it's 20. His AC is 21, but he's flanked. So that is a hit from Brek. So Brek will deal 8 points of damage. Good job, Brek. And then let me get this bone axe going on. All right, and then we've got the hatchet. All right, here we go.
Whisper to the tiger, your doom has come.
Rawr! All right, so now I'm going to add. It is agile. Okay, so I'm going to add 1 from the bless, and then I'm going to add. Modifier must not be 0. I thought it was.
You have to type in +1. The +1 is like a
Oh,
watermark.
wow, that is dumb. Hey, this thing that looks like a +1, it's not a +1. All right. With the bless, with the aid, we are at +15 to attack, and we get a 19, which is exactly a hit because the creature is flanked.
Nice.
So that is a hit. That is another hit from the hatchet, and the hatchet deals another 6. All right. Syarstik is badly injured, but is still up. Joren.
All
Oh,
right.
Brek has 1 action left. He aids Thron.
The counter aids continue to
Oh
move.
yeah, I mean it's what you got to do.
All right.
Counter aiding.
Joren slams his spear into the earth. His hand begins to rise up slowly as he intones a prayer to Saren Ray. He catches the flame at the top of his spear, lifts it up, and an aura of fire explodes 30 feet around the party as he long casts a heal spell.
Oh, 3 action heal level 2.
Reaction heal, level 2.
All right.
Wow.
Boom. All right. So this is going to be 2d8 healing to everybody in the party. It's also going to be damaging to all the incorporeal or all the undead, which is
this
everybody.
is 2d10 because I have the feat.
Oh, you do. Yes.
It applies to this, right?
It does. It does. It's still healing. It's just negative healing that these creatures have. So it's actually 2d10. So, oh! All right, 16. So everybody heals 16 that's in the party. First things first. I think that's a complete party heal. Joren, you get that too.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
All right, let me start off by making saving throws with these creatures.
My DC 16, so it's not great, but hey, everyone got a heal out of it, so who knows? Half damage.
All right.
Good.
Syarstik.
Hey.
All right, this thing gets wiped out. Boom.
Yes. I was hoping to take out the minions.
Yeah, and then
I thought that was the big one.
and then this one. Boom! It gets taken out too.
Oh, this is such a good heal.
Is that one within 30 feet of you?
It doesn't
measuring
look
tool.
like it.
No, it is
No.
40 feet from you, so that one does not get taken out. All right, and then Papa Bear or Papa Tiger. All right, it is. We did determine it as a fort save.
Yes, it is a fort save.
+9.
7 or less
stat.
failed.
Oh, 28.
Oh.
He takes no damage.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
I mean,
That was a good spell.
it was a great spell. What do you? Yeah, it was a fantastic spell. All right, Thron. Syarstik's on the ropes. You guys are full healed. It's looking pretty bad. All of its minions are down.
Except for one.
Well, except for one, yeah. But
The
actually, right before.
incorporeal flaming fists just raining blows down on this tiger. I'm infuriated.
Hang on,
with
Thron.
it.
We got one attack coming in.
No. They just moved to set up
Oh,
position.
okay. Sorry, Thron. Please continue.
It's going to try to kill Droga.
My unending rage that this guy was
Hit!
was reason for
All right,
first-
9
first
damage.
blows 9 damage.
Yeesh. All right. Well,
Second attack.
technically, Brek aids you now. He forgot to aid you for the first one.
Hey, where was that?
All right. So Brek goes, aha! This is all. The hatchet goes, wait.
The hatchet
Wait a
saw the
second.
future.
Now.
Second attack.
Yeah. So Thron, you're going to get an additional +2 on this one, in addition to the +1 from Bless. So
I typed these backwards, but
it's totally fine. We understand as long as the total's 3. You could just say sick buffs 3. I think we'd all understand it. Oh, that's gonna do it. All right, bring it up, buddy.
there we are.
Finish it.
and-
Oh,
Beautiful.
boom. All right.
That was great.
That sure
well
was
done, boys.
fun.
Well done.
Yes, that was fantastic. That was very done. Well done. Very well done.
That would be a good C&T video right there.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, except
We have what not to do,
well,
what to
including
do.
Bob's first round.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's be like,
So
this is like where the action pauses and like a person's face shows up on screen and goes, "Now, what did he do wrong?"
So
Let's see what happens in the second round after an exciting episode of Combat and Tactics. Let's see if this party can turn it around with a little bit of flanking, buffing, and using their abilities and remembering to level up.
I'm actually. I'm just so not used to that. Again, I'm actually out of arrows. That's why I couldn't shoot that second arrow.
Oh, wow.
I'm actually. I don't have any arrows left.
Oh.
Hatcheting until we get back to.
It's all knife work from here.
It's all
Yeah.
it's all knife work. Good
Oh,
good job.
So longbows
Wow.
put away, hatchets out now.
Okay. Well, first things first here. There we go. So there is that. But as you defeat the creature, specifically you, Kaz, you're
non-possessed wielder.
non-possessed.
well, you're about to see why.
Oh,
The saber-toothed tiger gets crushed to the ground by Thron's, the spectral saber-toothed tiger gets crushed to the ground by Thron's massive strikes, and then, kind of staggers up barely to his feet. And hold on a sec, I thought I had a magic here. Sorry.
had a magic.
Sorry. That's not it. All right. The creature sits down and bows low like a dog or a cat would, lowering its head to Thron. Forgive me my wrath and accept my surrender. Thron, do you accept the creature's surrender?
Thron fights to the death.
I'm standing over and I'm breathing heavily, and I'm just like, submit. And I take this as your submission. And that is, yes, accepting his surrender.
All right, sounds good. A deep, rumbling voice emanates from the ghostly tigers and echoes off of the cavernous walls. I am Syarstik, Painted Tiger, guardian of this cave for many, many centuries. It has been at least 100 winters since I was last bested by one of your kind. Before then, no mortal had ever dared to challenge me. Indeed, your people came here often to consult the stars, to remember their past before they continued their journey to the east. He looks at each of you with kind of a sense of pride. Your defeat has cleared me of the rage, but it will not last. What can I do for you?
Who were those people that
we
stole the flame before?
Yes. Once I was a proud ally of your people, but that all changed after the great earthquake. The earth itself cried out in pain, and I could feel the evil seeping from the east. A few of your kind, their eyes full of fear, came here with a sacred light of awesome power and terrible beauty. The ghost turns its massive head, easily the size of like your torso, towards the side, reflecting, and then nods towards the now empty pedestal covered in scorch marks. I agreed to accept unto myself a holy quest, a vow to protect the holy light, the one which once lay upon that very same stone. The cat begins pacing the chamber as it continues to speak, its echoing voice emanating out. You asked who had come. Not long after, another human arrived, one of your kind, with the symbol, and he motions towards the wall with his outstretched paw, the symbol of the mammoth. Except he had the heart of a demon. I could feel it within him. The same evil from the east lay within this one's heart. He called himself Metuak of the Burning Mammoth, and he challenged me, as is our way, for possession of the artifact. I was defeated. The power of the demon heart of this Metuak was too great for me.
We don't know Metuak, do we?
The name does not immediately come to your brain. With my
Do I remember the name? I am from Mendev, and I do have Lord Demon.
Was that earthquake that terror that happened just to the east?
He's probably speaking of the world wound. Yeah, exactly. So remember that the world wound opened, the demons started pouring out. The Burning Mammoth said, we need to go fight this. We are going to launch a crusade. We have to fight the demons. This is an invasion of our realm. And your ancestor...
Joren, you came from there, right? And weren't you fighting in the world? Well, not 100 years ago, but...
Yeah, we're on I think in this campaign timeline, it's on the 5th Crusade. I was on the 4th Crusade.
I actually think it is in current Galarian, like, the world wound is sealed.
It's sealed now, but there's still... Or maybe they just sealed it. Maybe the 5th Crusade's over.
Yeah. I'm sure people in chat are answering. Joren, you have so much memory, and there's been so much pain and loss... and drink,
that checks out.
and drink. The name, like, you could almost, if you imagine, like, Joren, like, the name is, like, right on your lips. You're kind of, like, mouthing the word, like, Metuak. Like, the name almost is jarring something to you. Lastly, Syarstik turns back towards the empty pedestal. I was defeated, but in my lost before the rage of my failure overcame me. With my dying breath, I cursed the lamp. I cursed the primordial flame that led to my ruin by placing a piece of my own soul inside of it. As long as this Metoak lived, whoever wielded that terrible fire would suffer from horrendous agony if ever they be parted from it. And through my piece of soul that was now bound to the lamp, I saw the demon man flee through the eastern mountains, heading east towards something, a great shape, serpentine, winged, a dragon to the east.
Oh, I like dragons.
But then my vision clouded with rage, and for the last 100 or so years, I have known only death and rage and hate. And then you arrived, and my consciousness has come to this moment. And even now I can feel the rage gnawing at my back.
Can you see through it now that your head's clear?
He cocks his head, the tiger, looking kind of confused. The man that the demon heart fled east through the same mountain pass that your people have always crossed, towards the lost Mammoth Valley, I believe your ancestors called it. You know the way. You can already see that his words are becoming more halting. Do you not know the way?
No, I do. I have mountain lore.
Does someone have mountain lore?
No need to roll, Droga. So expert. Droga, you know that in the Ethgear, the time before the breaking of the tribes, your tribes would indeed cross through the Tusk Mountains and proceed east along their ancient migration route. But that ancient pass that leads through the treacherous Tusk Mountains has been lost to your following for many, many generations. The only person who may have once known might have been Iowa, and with his death, no one has known. And no one in your time, since you've been around, and in the last 80 years of the Broken Tusks, has ever crossed those mountains, or headed to something called Lost Mammoth Valley.
Is that just because, I guess, like from a society, from being part of the society, is that just because, like, basically everything from this cave east has been verboten?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, you know that the Tusk Mountains are a ferocious and terrible mountain range, which would be difficult for any following to cross. But with the mammoths and the large animals, going over that kind of rough terrain is just not possible. You would need to know the secret passes, the hidden ravines and fjords that would help you navigate through the treacherous mountain peaks. Now, once your people may have known that path, and it sounds like Syarstik is saying that this demon-hearted Metoak took that pass, but you do not know that pass.
Yeah, but we can't really take our tribe through there, but like the other.
If we knew the pass, we could. That's what Derek's saying.
Yeah, but they're outside right now, and the burning mammoths that are coming at them.
That's the tension, Bob. Yes.
Yeah.
Syarstik turns his head and he motions. He motions towards the stairway and passage here off to the left. He says, "Your people would come here sometimes to consult the stars."
Derek. Joren extends his hand up to the creature's massive face as an invitation.
What?
I'm like asking to touch it.
Yeah. The massive beast comes down and sort of bows low to you. I have not felt that light or warmth since I basked in the glow of the primordial flame.
I rest my head against his for a moment. I cannot release you from this place. You are bound by the flame. But perhaps I can offer you some peace while you yet remain here in this mortal realm.
Derek, I'm going to channel my blessing into him and I don't know, make some sort of check that Serenray's presence may be imbued in this creature while he continues to haunt this place. I know I can't get rid of it, but it doesn't say I can't make him less angry.
Sure, that's totally reasonable.
3D 4 days.
Yeah, no need for a check. You've got a blessing up and all that other jazz. So, you kind of consume the power of the bless, and you push it into the creature, and you're basically literally blessing him, in essentially. And as you do so, the creature seems to kind of have a moment of respite and peace that is not known in a century. And
failure is forgiven.
I appreciate what you have done for me, but know this. The peace of my spirit, which curses this Metoak, still lingers within that sacred lantern. If you retrieve it, beware. You will not be able to part with it until Metoak is killed. I believe that...
So he's still alive?
I believe that the demon man still lives, even after all of these years. Had he died, the curse would have been lifted, and the peace of my soul would have returned to me. No, whatever that man is, he still lingers. He still lives on. In a half-twisted life, full of his own rage and failure. His pain gnaws at my soul and my essence. The power of my curse compels him. I do not believe that he has the flame, but is instead seeking it himself. Go. Look to your people's ancient stars. Find your flame and defeat Metoak. Only then may I have my long-deserved rest. Thank you, Joren. I will remember the kindness that you have paid to me this day.
Joren bows his head and then heads into the other chamber.
All right. Joren, you move into the other chamber, which seems to glow.
Oh, I can see that. It's sparkly.
It is sparkly. Joren, the light from your illumination fills this chamber, for the stone ceiling of this chamber is riddled with hundreds of tiny holes, each no wider than a finger. And you can see from the outside, as the daylight begins to wane, but still daylight, tiny shafts of light from outside leak into the dark interior. Lines of thin white paint nearly every hole, creating a tangled web of constellations. Scattered amongst these holes and lines are dozens of faint symbols of animals and terrain. Elk, bison, mammoths, plus, mountains, forests, and lakes. The overall effect is painstakingly precise and completely convoluted. In addition, the lines themselves, which are painted, are made of a white paint coated and flecked with mica, reflecting the sunlight that is bouncing into this chamber dozens of times, creating a startling display of shifting lights and patterns all at once. Kind of confusing. It's almost like there's too much going on here.
Joren kind of muses to himself with a smile.
All of our sciences and technologies in the south and east, never have I seen a marvel engineered such as this.
Indeed. I mean, each of these holes must be carved straight through in a straight line up to the surface.
Can I use anything to maybe really dig into these mountains and try to, I don't know. I'm not going to be good with the rest of the stuff, but maybe specifically the mountains.
Bob, make a mountain lore check, Bob.
Oh, yes, I've been waiting for this.
There it is.
The time has come, Bob.
Can't
Well,
wait.
check off. The campaign's over.
All right, Bob.
14.
All right, Bob. It's lore. The DC is lower.
Oh, okay, good.
Bob, from the geographical feature and your incredible knowledge of mountains, you can clearly see that this is a map of the realm of the Mammoth Lords, drawn over through connecting lines, but it's also interposed with various constellations of the sky. And you can see very clearly the wide breadth of mountains that represents the Tusk Mountain.
I can see
And
the grandparents or the grand.
you can see where the grandparents are, and you can see where the Tusk Mountains are. But there's so much going on here. It's almost like you think there might be a map here. In fact, there might be dozens of maps, but it's like they're all overlaid on top of each other at once. The sunlight is just filling the entire chamber. It's almost like there's too much light in the chamber.
Can we like can we block off some of this Smith?
Wait.
Joren?
What about in the previous room? The stars were aligned in such a way that would indicate that only happened during like the spring,
The solar
or
midnight.
the equinox, or right at midnight. What if at that moment this room is lit in such a way that indicates where the path is through these mountains, and all other times
I probably just need to wait till midnight for the actual stars to show up because it's springtime. And
That's what I'm thinking.
yeah. So
Yeah.
how long do we have, Derek?
Do we?
It's probably like 7 o'clock in the evening, so you probably only have to wait 5 or 6 hours till solar midnight, if that's what you're from the previous room.
That's what I'm thinking.
Syarstik is defeated, and even if you hadn't put him into a restful peace,
Sure.
at the very least, he's not coming back for several days, so you're
I was
good.
gonna say we got a couple days. So
Now, obviously, the following is waiting, but you are here, and if Thron is right, maybe that the painting from the previous room will reveal something different here. So, what do you guys want to do?
I say we camp out for the night.
Oh, a couple hours anyway.
Yeah.
Joren
We could leave at
slumps
12:01.
down, leaning his back against the wall. Cracking his back.
You got any of that juice on you?
Brek. Brek comes over and he pulls out a skin of Kellid wine, and he goes, "You earned this one, old man."
I'm gonna look at some of those cave paintings while we do this. I'm looking for anything that might speak to my inner rage and give me guidance.
Droga.
Yetis.
Never mind. Brek, go with me.
Eric
Thron.
listens to you, doesn't listen to me.
Thron, Droga, Brek, and Joren are over there enjoying, sharing, passing around a little bit of a bottle, and you're kind of walking around looking at all the different beasts. You're kind of fascinated by your people's history,
Yes.
and you're kind of looking around, and suddenly, Thron, you just have like a terrifying moment, and you just feel within you a billowing anger, a rage that sort of comes from nowhere all at once and then dissipates. You're not sure what just happened, but you feel a change. You feel like something that was sleeping within inside of you has been awakened.
Eric takes a couple steps back.
In fact, Barrett kind of goes,
Yeah.
like,
Am I near a painting or anything that
Yes.
I'm fixated on? Okay.
yes,
Is it a Yeti painting?
it is a Yeti. Thron, you see a painting on the wall of the great, terrible, horrible Yeti. That horrid creature. That part legend, part myth, that amongst the Kellid people, there is a great and primal and ancestral rage that lingers in the heart of these people. Rage at what has happened to the world, rage at what has happened to their lands and to their way of life that sleeps quiet. And that when it bubbles to the surface, can become one of the great heroes of your people, a barbarian, a berserker of fell and terrible power, able to lead armies and slay mammoths by single-handed combat and, reshape the reality, for good or for evil. I mean, war parties or great civilizations, great Genghis Khan-like triumphs. But the legends tell also that those who let the rage sleep within them too long and who let that rage bubble up run the risk of falling prey to a madness, that the rage, the spirit of the cold of this land will infuse them. And as they move further and further away from Sister Cinder's light, deathly cold of anger and hate will seep into their heart until eventually that animal instinct will reveal itself in a sort of permanent animal rage as the person becomes more and more sucked down a hole, and until eventually they become a wild and horrific beast known as the Yeti.
I am too strong to fall to such a fate.
And
I'll
yet,
harness this power and make it my own.
Oh boy.
all right. Well, Thron, as chat had paid, unlocked the beast. Going forward, Thron, we're going to have a new system in place for you now that you've experienced this sort of watershed key moment, where you are going to basically be able to tap into your rage for extra power, but it's going to come with a risk. And as that rage continues to build up over the course of the campaign, there are going to be certain moments where you might cross a plateau and it's going to start potentially having problems. And if you are unable to control that rage, you will probably be a force of devastation that this campaign will never be able to see or recover from. But you very well may lose yourself and lose your character if you take it too far, even potentially becoming a foe if you allow it to get out of hand. But, balancing that power with the responsibility, with the possible price or penalty, is going to be sort of an interesting challenge for you, both Kaz as a player, but also Thron as a barbarian, right? You would basically have this kind of Superman power within you that you can tap into, but every time you tap into it, there's a chance that you won't be able to close the lid,
Yeah, especially as Derek keeps hanging these carrots in front of you.
Well, what can I say? Meanwhile, amongst the shared little drink,
Probably people that are listening for the first time or maybe not should know that this is not in the Quest of the Frozen Flame AP.
If you're like, this is awesome, I need this adventure.
I can't wait to play.
yeah, no, sorry, that
Wait
is
for the house rule document.
Yeah, wait for the house rule document. Minimal house rules. Here's a complete rage track Yeti system.
And a Brek
For an animal instinct that doesn't exist.
Right.
sentient hatchet tracker.
Right. All right. So the three of you share stories and rest and recover. And eventually the sun goes down and the cavern actually becomes pretty dark aside from Joren's light. But
Oh, hey, Droga. I don't know if it matters, but I'm going to treat your wounds.
I thought the alcohol itself would work, but I guess yes. Real healing, I guess, never hurt.
hey,
Here you go.
There we go. Thank you.
you didn't get healed full by that 16?
No, I got 20 something damage from that that critical painting.
Oh, yeah, you did get crit for 20, yeah.
Yeah, I got worked.
As sunset comes, the chamber grows dark. And slowly, one by one, you begin seeing a miraculous effect take place. As the springtime stars rise up as the earth spins beneath them. At several moments and key critical times, the stars above, maybe only a few dozen of them, align with precise holes at this precise time and begin tracing out through the glimmering mica lines drawn across the floorwork a shimmering and glowing series of maps. And one by one, you can actually see that they are being sort of, drawn from the constellations of some of the great followings that have traversed this land for many, many centuries. The great elk tribe, the mighty bear tribe. And finally, as the night grows longer and longer, you finally begin to see a glittering appear as the mammoth begins to glitter and glow. And as it does so, almost as if by magic, dozens of holes align with their parent stars far above in the celestial sky, and a series of spidering, white, glimmering lines appear across the ceiling like a moving, shimmering image. And you can see the lake, the gleaming sun lake. You can see the Tusk Mountains, all illuminated. An ancient route, the ancient route of your people, the Ethgir, leading beyond the Tusk Mountains to the east in the wide arc that your people used to take as they would traverse all the way across the realm of the Mammoth Lords. And there, based off of the constellation locations and the map that Droga had identified as being the Tusk Mountains, you can see precisely by river and forest where the ancient pathway leads, this hidden trail that leads through the treacherous Tusk Mountains. And beyond, hidden in the middle of the Tusk Mountains, a long, low valley, sheltered on all four sides by mountains, as the following makes its way past the Tusk Mountains into the lands beyond. And there, in that glimmering secret place, the legends speak of its name, Lost Mammoth Valley. And with Droga's excellent mountain lore, and the geographical markers which he had identified, you can clearly get a sense. Now, you're not going to be like, you can't GPS it, but you can clearly see the rivers, the streams, the peaks that you'll have to find this one narrow mountain pass that should lead you through, that your ancestors followed for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years in the time before, but that no one in living memory has been able to do since. And just as quickly as the show began, the stars, maybe even within 5 or 10 minutes, have already rotated enough that they no longer line up with their holes, and the glimmering effect kind of begins to fade.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Remind me of isn't that like an Indiana Jones?
It's very much like it's very much like Indiana Jones. Yes, exactly. And so the way east has been made known to you.
Excellent.
Where apparently 100 years ago, a man named Metuak fled east. And it's, as you think about that, Joren, I think maybe someone turned off their mic. I don't know if. No? No, okay.
I'm here.
Okay. Bob, is that you that keeps turning off your mic?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
All right. Anyways, I just keep hearing somebody's mic cut in and out. But anyways,
It's probably mine.
Joren, as that name suddenly starts ringing a bell, working on you, you suddenly remember that name from your youth. A crazed warrior, a man possessed of unbelievable hatred and determination, a man who hated demons so fiercely that he would rage at himself, unable to control his hatred towards them. He came to a fortress that you were stationed at, and the great champions and paladins and clerics there quickly recognized that this man, they thought he was an agent of the demons. They could sense the evil with him. You remember hearing his screams and his anguish, and then he was thrown into the dungeons until they could decide what to do with him. But that night was the first night of true horror that you remember. For that was the night that the demons came. That was the night that the great slaughter occurred, and that you saw so many of your friends and mentors killed. And you and only a handful of others survived that night. And you haven't thought about that name or that man for probably 40 plus, 50 plus years. But you remember well his screaming that they were coming and that he was dismissed. And you assume that, like so many others, he was killed in that assault. But now you have learned that he still lives. And it is possible that he was the one behind that massacre.
Interesting.
If it is the same. But how many half-demon-hearted Metuaks do you come and meet in a lifetime?
Mendev, probably a few.
I mean, that's true. Mendev was true. I mean, this was like an outpost during like the Crusade, like on the edge of the world wound, right?
Joren has no expression on his face as this recollection returns to him. And then he takes a large swig of the wine before handing it back to Brek and struggling to his feet,
Brek,
leaning on his spear.
Brek helps you up. In any other situation, I This would have been a miraculous and wonderful day. The recovery of this knowledge of the Ethgir route, of maybe finding a way to bring peace. And then I remember what awaits us. I remember that the burning mammoth are coming to destroy us. I remember that we are fleeing for our very lives. I try to remember hope in these times, but I find that I'm without any hope for myself. Demon-hearted foes and dragons. Those
Sounds like a fun hunt.
Brek gives a noticeable eye roll at Droga. You do like 3 damage, bro.
Look, I have no more arrows. We're switching to hatchets now.
The hatchet says that.
Hatchet and hammers.
Brek kind of hangs his head and says, I just wish things were different.
So do all.
No, I was totally setting that scene up. That's exactly what I was doing. Well done.
Just like Lord of the Rings.
Exactly.
Joren sighs, not really in a good place himself at the moment. But,
right.
It's Brek and
Brek,
his son.
Brek because Brek and you have this kind of relationship, right? Brek brought you into the group and stuff like that. Brek stands to his feet and he goes, I know that my mother and father are no longer with us, but I know that they would be proud, Joren, proud of what you have accomplished and that they were right about you, that your heart is that of the Broken Tusk, and that the honor of the Kellid people is not found in one's birthright, but in what one does. It is clear to me now that you have been blessed, chosen, something. Sister Cinder has marked you for something.
Lad, you have not listened to anything I've said, have you?
I mean, to be fair, you're really old.
That is fair.
You do babble a lot.
Sister Cinder
Your time.
finds those in most need of her gift. The most broken, the most horrendous.
But I'm a fighter. I'm really broken.
Wrong. Other broken.
Talk about roleplay broken.
Oh.
Tragic backstory, bro.
That's why all the oracles and inventors know all about her.
They're all tragic, right? The Oracle literally is blind, right? Or whatever thing that you pick. So, yeah, very tragic, very sad.
Got it.
Gunslingers are probably edgy enough to, be followers of Sarenrae.
What is a gun?
We'll get to that. Technically, you can be a gunslinger in this campaign.
Brek goes, let's go to Numeria and get laser weapons. Brek turns back to everyone. He goes, all right, well, enough talk. We have a way forward, and we have the answer that we need. We should head back to the following as soon as possible.
Absolutely.
One moment first. The road ahead will be long and challenging. And not just for you, but for your people. You will need to ready them for what is to come, what they must do. They will resist. They will be afraid. Do not scorn them for this. This is the path they must walk to overcome that fear, to master it, to remember the glory and dignity that is yours and your people. That is what Sarenrae wants from you. But redemption is not something that is given. It is something that you must also pursue. If you wish to seek honor for your people and to correct the wrongs of the past, that is not a blessing put upon you. It comes from here. If you will lead your people, you must find that within yourselves. Brek, that is where hope comes from. Not from a goddess, not from a magic flame, a spell, a shield. It's from your heart. It can only come from there and only grow from there. And if you do not find that within yourselves, all of you, you will not overcome the challenges that wait.
I know that this is a dangerous time for us, but my parents and I have always dreamed of a new future for our people. A difference, a way to break from the past without just throwing aside those traditions which meant so much to us. We must understand, we must use this opportunity to correct the mistakes. We can't hide from the past anymore. Sarenrae, maybe Sarenrae didn't choose us, but we're here anyways, and I am honored to stand by you, Droga, and you, Thron, and yes, you, Joren of Mendev. We will lead our people across the Tusk Mountains. We will lead them to Lost Mammoth Valley. And if a dragon stands in our way, so be it. They will fall too.
That's right.
Well said.
All right. Well, Brek stands up, dusts himself off. Let's go save our people. All right. So,
Yeah.
everybody mounts up, and you all head out of Red Cat Cave. And as you do so, it is, of course, nighttime. And you guys are, over here, here at Red Cat Cave. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let me do this. And so, your following is about a day away.
Mm-hmm.
And you could see there, nestled down in the great valley between the two massive peaks, which is why, again, which are kind of stooped over, is how you know it is called the grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
Grandparents?
Grandparents, sorry. You know that ahead of you, or down below, is the following. Now, to the north, you could see the twisting path that you would normally take.
Right.
But for the first time ever, you find yourself gazing eastward towards the imposing Tusk Mountains. And as you begin to descend down Red Cat Cave and enter into that area, you see for the a new set of lights on the horizon.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
As the burning mammoths make their way east towards the grandparents. Only a moment too late, you realize as you see covering the horizon a vast array of torches as the burning mammoths push themselves through yet another night, pushing themselves to exhaustion, leaving who knows how many dead or laying from, almost dead from exhaustion as they hunt down the Broken Tusks. And now seeing this massive line of flames on the horizon, and then nestled down below, maybe just 10 miles below, because you're kind of up in the mountains a little bit. And so you just see your small little peaceful gathering there. Just a handful of campfires, maybe no more than a few dozen, 80 people. All that you've known your whole life, your family, your friends, your history, your heritage. And you realize that the only thing standing between that massive line of burning branded mammoths coming at you across the horizon is you four.
Roll initiative.
Roll. And that is where we will leave it for tonight. So good job, guys. That was great. That was awesome.
Dang.
Well done.
All right.
So you guys did a great job, I think, in that combat. You teamed up. You got some good buffs going on. You definitely used your aid actions well, and yeah, it was pretty good. So
We're learning.
yeah, we're
Bob
learning.
is teaching us as we go.
Yes.
Yes.
That is right.
Please follow my lead.
So that is this end of this week's episode of Quest for the Frozen Flame. Obviously, we're finishing a little bit early today, but I want to say thank you to everybody who came out tonight. Let me see, make sure I grab anybody we might have missed here. I don't know if you guys saw anybody that particularly popped out.
I did
And
not.
also, before everyone leaves,
we
don't
had an
forget
adventure.
Oh, I will. So I just want to say real quick, we had a couple. Ryan renewed their membership for 1 month. Thank you, Ryan.
Bless you.
Um,
Actually, I think Ryan.
I think he just
joined.
became one. He
he
joined.
You're right. It says 1 month. Okay.
Yeah.
We had an anonymous tip for $25. How did the party get a TPK? Was it the BBJ Jagger? Nope. We failed our fortitude save and died a horrible death from tennis. Checks out. By the way, Rick's tip, which was started off our session, was long live Hatchet Hoff. And yes, as dramatic and as epic as our game is, with Brek, I wanted to make sure we did Thron's thing first, but Thron's Brek's hatchet has and will be awakened. The spirits of the ancestor will be strong. The chat will funnel forth the wisdom of the community, which is the true strength, especially for Brek, who believes in the strength of his people and wants what is best for his people. And so the chat is going to be a big part. We're going to have to come up with some fun system to allow the check to for the community to sort of represent what the hatchet is capable of doing. We might use polls. We might do something. We'll let you all decide. But there will be some David Hasselhoff videos and effects. I'm sorry, it just has to be done. And I want to thank Ben, and I want to thank Self-Confessed Cynic for some awesome super chats. So thank you everybody for hanging out with us tonight. We do have for our champion and hero tier members, we're going to leave this Zoom call going. I'm going to place a link in our Discord for our champion and hero tier members. If you guys want to hop onto this and rap and talk with us after the show, we always stick around for 15, 20 minutes, sometimes 30 or 40 minutes if the conversations kind of go into a different direction. It's not recorded. It's just kind of our live after show. And again, if you're a champion or a hero tier member, you're welcome to join us to that. So I'll be sending out that link here in a short while. I do want to remind everybody that in 2 weeks, on the 25th, we are not going to be playing Quest for the Frozen Flame. That's going to be back in November, because in 2 weeks, we're going to be running Fistful of Flowers, which, of course, is going to be the one-shot that Bob is going to be running. There it is. Bob is going to be our game master. I am going to be playing Aleshi in cosplay.
Popcorn.
Popcorn the Leshy, a animal instinct dragon barbarian. Or not animal instinct, dragon instinct barbarian. Sorry.
Oh.
Dragon instinct barbarian.
Double instinct.
Smith is going to be a Leshy.
Yeah. Fluffy Fang, I think. The bard.
Self-confessed cynic Vin is going to be a Leshy, and another friend of the Patreon, Pawn No Longer, our buddy Damien, is going to be filling in as our fourth Leshy. That's right, 4 Leshies, 1 GM, 1 Foundry, 1 chat, 1 night only, October 25th, 7 p.m.
Love it.
Halloween week.
Tuesday.
Yeah, Strat. It's a Dragon Instinct Barbarian Leshy. It is a flower Leshy that is named and looks like a snapdragon flower.
Does it have like a flick mace or something?
It has a 3-headed war maul which has skulls of humans on it. 4 Leshies. GM Scott says 4 Leshies, 1 GM. Isn't that an NSFW site? We don't know about that one. So I want to say thank you again for everybody for coming out and supporting this. And if you're watching this on the VOD, remember to like and subscribe, and maybe check out our Patreon if you're enjoying the show, if you want to talk to us about it. If you like Pathfinder 2, we've got a lot of stuff going on for Pathfinder 2. But we also have a lot of stuff about a million other games. We probably talk as much about other games as we talk about Pathfinder 2. So really, it is a pretty active gaming Discord, and it's a big part of our Patreon. You also get access to our Battlecry magazine, our Northern Reaches campaign, our behind the scenes extra footage. Smith, so this is the new hotness right now on the server.
Yes,
Everybody,
this
Oh gosh.
this is
It's
against
the next book to buy out.
against the Dark Master. Yes.
That's a thick.
It's
book.
almost as big as Pathfinder.
It's
my
yeah.
gosh.
You say it's a thick book. It's not even as big as Pathfinder, Bob. So.
That's still a pretty thick book, though.
So again, I want to say thank you to everybody for hanging out. And again, remember to like and subscribe, and hopefully we will see you on the Patreon, on the Discord. So, fellas, any final thoughts before we sign out, and we'll see them next time.
I'm looking forward to crossing the east, seeing about this this half blood stand against the fury of the Yeti.
Indeed, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Also, good job, Paizo. I'll just say, way to introduce a villain. Before.
I I was shocked by that. Like,
I know.
And it wasn't in a letter. It was,
Oh, yeah. I found the note that the other enemy left behind.
when Metuak was here 100 years ago, he left a note and stuffed it underneath the primordial flame. Got it. If you want to see it again, go. All right. Bob Smith, anything?
Nope. I'll be excited to pick this back up, but I'm also very excited to see how I do GMing you guys because you guys already rip on me as a player, so those will be pretty interesting as the GM.
Godspeed, ladies
they'll do
and gentlemen.
fine.
Yeah,
Sure.
Godspeed.
Yeah, we'll be
You are
fine.
the most experienced.
So we will
As you
see.
can tell.
We will see our champions and we will see our heroes on the after call. But for everybody else, we'll see you next time from Knights of Last Call.